Alright. This one took some effort, boys. Put it in public. That's what we're going for, right?
Where's the entrance?
Oh, fuck. Well, that's where the two groups are, you know? Come on, safe spot's closer to the entrance. You're not a fucking downy, right? Plus the loot. It's gonna spawn
Yeah,
on
I
the other
see.
side.
The lines don't connect on the bottom, so that has to be a door, right?
Yeah, something like that. It kind of slides open.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we're officially 1 minute over raid start time, so
Yep.
we're officially behind. If you're not inside the instance at the boss, let's get going. We're at the trash, sorry.
Yeah,
So
let's
where
get
are we
back going.
backed up at the moment?
We are in Gothic's room, as there is outer ring trash.
Let's stay in
Oh,
Gothic's room,
okay.
yeah, for the mock-up with the 4 dummies.
Oh, we're gonna pretend here.
We could also do it right before the.
Or I meant Vesuvius. I want to do Vesuvius's room with the training dummies.
Bro, we could do what Scuba does and clear out that last room right before the boss.
Do the,
Vesuvius is a
It's only
little,
2 extra fulls.
it's a
we
little
just do the
close
other two
for
trash.
running, you know? It's sort of nice to spread out a
Okay.
bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
It also gives
Do
us a
it where the
chance
horses
to
are.
kind of spot, like kind of fix on the fly before we pull, without having to run back and forth.
Yeah. Alright, let's do that.
Could you pass me assist, please? Group 2.
Who wants to take lead?
Alright, if you've been assigned to your corners, go to them in Gothic's room right here. So we'll treat it like this. When you enter this living, dead side. Right when you enter right here, we're gonna pretend this is 4 Horsemen's room. So if you know which corner you're in, go to it.
Oh, I get what we're going.
Since everyone's going to be rotating, putting warlocks and paladins in tank groups isn't really that necessary. Is that correct? Should we still be doing it?
Reggie, you're in the wrong corner.
Who's assigned corners? I haven't gotten any assigns.
So are we orienting as if the running through these gates is walking up to the 4 horsemen?
Yeah,
Mhm.
so this
Yep.
gate right here is the door.
Let's
And
put something marked on the safe spot then.
I can flare it.
Put it on my pet. 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 Put it on
Oh,
my
I
pet.
see what you mean. So
Put it on my pet.
this the safe spot because this is the ramp.
Boom.
So the safe spot's where pro is. Yeah, where the pet is basically. Okay.
Alright, I
That's the
updated.
same-
So let's mark all the tanks then. Give me 1 second.
Alright, there we go.
Pro needs assist group 1.
Can we get Go-Op in here?
Can I get... Okay, there you go.
I want to see the healers run around in a square.
Are the groups in terms of DPS still the same as the last time, or?
Stick all the mages together and all the warlocks.
The healer's on back right corner. Come to me.
Okay, the tanks are all marked. Skull through X, all 8 of us.
Okay, good.
Skull X, Square Moon. I have you guys as the 4 in the front. I think that's all of our people who sometimes or have always played Prot Warrior. We'll have the best chance of having a good fire resist / tank set to put on for the hard bosses in the front 4. And then we have all of our Furies in the back 4. That's Mad Teen Anathema, and then Wellist is filling in right now. So it's actually 3 Furies, 1 Prot. So all of our tanks are group 1 and 8. Or I'm sorry, 1 and 2. So healers, if you want to sign up healers or whatever, I don't know if you're assigning
Healing
tanks.
assignments are up.
Yeah, and then let me do the groups right now.
How are we splitting the mages and warlocks up?
You don't really split. They're doing like 2-3 group.
Right, so like warlocks would go left, mages go right, and they constantly swap.
Huh? No, it doesn't matter. You still rotate like every other DPS group.
Yeah, you
does.
just give them.
Doesn't matter who's where, I don't think, unless we want to do it like that for buff reasons.
I mean, it's min-maxing. It's really, again, more about the mechanics. I don't think like the extra 3% crit is going to be the make or break fight.
Okay.
DPS, etc.
So what do we want?
DPS race.
Or 3?
Just refer to the paint diagram.
About the DPS, it's pretty much you have to get one in the middle to wait. At the beginning, you get one who go on Cortaz, and another on Mogren, and after you rotate every time. Forget all the time a group in movement.
Okay, so I have first and then second tank for each corner. That represents the mobs that will be tanking in that corner, which the first 4 tanks that are pulling will know. So the people on the pull, I have Pro, Taladrill, Teen, and Wellist. That means Axe, Bosch, Mad, and Anathema. You all run straight to the safe spot. You're first to rotate in. So whichever corner you're assigned to, I've dictated the first tank and the second tank for each corner. From there, you're only rotating between the bosses on your half of the room, so the front half or the back half. So the front half, I have all of our Prot Warriors, or long-time tanks, that'll have good fire resist sets mixed in with regular tank gear. And then the back 4 are all of our 3 of our Furies, as well as Wellist, all of which have mix of tier 2, 2, 3. 7, I believe almost all of us have real, only 1 or 2 of us don't. And by next week, anyone who doesn't have real will have 4 of 8 set bonus. So we'll help mitigate a lot of the RNG. All the tanks that do have real here, you gotta bind it, start practicing using that before you taunt. It's 15-second duration, and then it triggers a 60-second cooldown after that. So it's 75-second cooldown after activation, 15-second duration. So you only have to go a minute without it. It's pretty easy. Okay, let's get everyone stacked up here at the beginning. Let's pretend we're gonna step into the room. So
The DPS are still not in groups.
the pets. Rickroll, do you mind just for illustration go and stand next to the pets, so we have all the creatures in one spot? Can someone bubble Rick? Just get rid of that shit. All right, the pets are the safe spot, and let's pretend we're going to be running into the room. So we have marks on all 4 of our, or all 8 tanks. The 4 people that are listed first in your group, you need to be running straight to grab your boss and then move to the corner that you're assigned to. Let me type these real quick. Okay, so the tanks, you all know what we're doing. You're basically doing a triangle formation. You bounce between one corner, the safe spot, and the other corner, then back to the safe spot, then the other corner. And by me dictating the first and second move for all 4 people on each side, all 8 total, that should create a perfect pattern. The important thing to remember is on the front left, when you do rotate in on that one, all 4 front tanks, you got to make sure you hold him and then stack with everybody else before the other guy rotates out. It's more important that we split the meteor than it is that we get too many stacks. So let's get ready to start doing some dry runs here. We're going to call people out if they make a mistake and make all of us reset. Let's try and get quick repetitions here on this mock-up, and then we can get on the real pool. So safe zone is the pets in front of us. We're at the front of the room. Let's pretend that the horsemen are right behind those pets. So the 4 starting tanks are going to grab their target, then run to the corner they've been assigned. The 4 other tanks are going to run to the safe spot. Okay. The first melee group that's in on the front left, you guys have to stack perfectly on pro when I grab the target, because we got to be ready for that first meteor. We have to split that. All DPS have to split meteor, including ranged DPS. Healers are the only ones who get to skip it. All right, let's get ready for the pull. Everyone's ready. We're going to start doing the walkthrough in about 5 seconds. So the whole raid has to move in. This is also a ready check to see who's paying attention to learn this shit. All right, 5-second warning. Pulling in 3, 2, 1. All the tanks step up. All right, we pull. And then we grab our targets where the pets are. You touch the pet and then run back to your corner. So the DPS group needs to be on skull with pro. And you got to follow me from all the way from grabbing it to running to my corner. So now we're at like 1 stack. We're doing our fight. Everyone's in their proper corners. Nobody's done any rotation.
Wait, did you just call a stack? Can we call like specific stacks?
Yeah, I just said. So now we're at 1. So now
who's the tank bottom right corner?
Taildrill, he's right here.
Taildrill, it's X. We have all the tanks marked. We should
guys, there is just 1 stack just dropped, so everyone rotate.
I know. Let's have a conversation here because we're missing a mark on someone. I only see 3 marks in the center. There should be 4.
Can we set up the formation before we actually run and set it up?
So let's reset.
It's a lot more confusing.
Reset quickly.
No, not like a reset like that. Let's like get them proper.
Full reset. We'll be cleaner on the entrance and make sure everyone's here and paying attention.
We have to be more vocal, like announce when the stacks go, because every single stack here, there's going to be people rotating.
We didn't even get
So to simulate it, also, I want the tanks to run up and touch those pets to pretend you grabbed your mob and moved off. And also, let's correct our starting positions. So the left side here is all at this angle, because remember we're using line of sight from the pillars, and then the right side is over here. So everyone scoot up your left or right side on how you're approaching from the pillar. Come on, guys. It's a sign if you know how this fight starts or not. So basically, when we enter the 4 horseman room, if we hug around the left side, you can break line of sight by hiding behind these pillars and creep up really close to where they stand. And that way we can start the fight from right here. And then the way the fight's going to start is I step in to initiate the pull. We'll have at least 2 hunters on the right side that pull those horsemen over to the right. And then that way it's just me and then the other tank on left side that grab ours and move them apart. Helping mitigate the amount of burst damage on any given tank will make these initiations smoother. All right, so we've all creeped up on the left or right side, except for the people in the middle because they're running straight to the safe spot. And by standing back there in the middle, they can avoid getting a stack before they run into the safe spot. So everyone's get ready for the pull. 5-second warning. We have 4 tanks on the left, 4 tanks on the right, depending on if you're on the left or right side of the room. And then we're going to have 2 tanks take stuff back, and 2 tanks take stuff forward. We're ready. Pulling in 3, 2, 1. Pull now. So we step out. All 4 tanks grab theirs. We start moving back to our corners. DPS moved with me. That's perfect. We just split and ate the first meteor. There's 1 stack. Their bosses have done their abilities. Here comes the 2nd stack. People in the far back left room.
You gotta rotate when you hear the stack.
Back left.
No, it's
imagine moving away from the AOE on the ground. You guys are constantly having to move from the AOE on the back left. All right, there's the 3rd mark. Let's start the rotation. So first rotation. Remember, melee front left. Don't leave until the new group comes in. There we go. Now the DPS group can leave. Tank got the swap successfully. Axe has it, so pro leaves. And then there's our first
never got the swap here.
We're fine. All right, go ahead and rotate out now.
There's the other tank for Taildrill.
So we don't have it. Where did I list in front right?
Can we break this explanation?
Let's
It's
go.
Bosch. It's
I
Bosch.
think we should-
Taildrill, then Bosch are on the front.
Gotcha. Well, Bosch
Yeah.
isn't.
Bosch,
I'm
you should
almost
have
here.
done
I'm
that.
like
All
right
right,
around the
everyone
corner.
You can
Okay,
just-
Ross is in here.
For healer references, pro, can we start over and go with the
Yes.
marks as a main priority?
Yeah,
Just getting
there's 3
started.
different perspectives
This
of this
is
fight.
no. This is making it really confusing.
Yeah, let's
Let me
get in
just-
starting position.
Go ahead. Whatever you think is easier
Yeah,
for the
no,
healers.
I'm just gonna make sure that the healers get it down
This is-
first.
This is what I want to see happen.
Chill.
Assign the tanks.
Chill.
The first.
We need to do something for healers. Chill out. All right. So we're gonna. This is the pull, right? Everybody go to your pull spot. And we're pulling the 4 horsemen.
Stack up where you go
now.
before the pull
All right.
starts.
So tanks go pull them.
Okay.
And then the healers get into
target.
position. Healers get
And
in
then
position.
now we're pulling back to our corners.
All right. This is just for healer purposes. This is not for DPS. Okay. So they're all in position. We start doing our thing. We're healing. Mark 1. If you're in group A, you move. Mark 1. Here it is.
We have 4 people running in a circle.
We're only worried about healers right now.
Oh, okay.
Mark 2. Mark 2. Mark 3. Mark 4.
Dishes? No, you're out of turn, dishes.
Mark 5. Mark 6.
Waiting on my relief.
Mark 7.
Okay, so let's reset. Let's do it one more time and make sure that the tanks also follow through on the marks. I was just sitting there watching. I wasn't going through with the tank rotation, so.
Right. I just want to make sure that the healers understand what marks they're moving on.
That
because
better
Group A is 1, 4, 7, 11, right? And then they should be dead by then.
And then with the DPS, we're going to have 4 DPS groups. It might be more than 5 people. It's just all the DPS will be split into 4 groups, and you guys are going to glue yourself to one of the 4 tanks that's in the front. And so then all the DPS will be rotating between the front 2 bosses because they hit the hardest. So let's check our gear. If you're one of the first 4, the front 4 tanks,
Get flesh in.
Flesh just got here, guys.
Let's make sure we get our fire resist on.
Yeah, hold on. We have a bunch of people that are in the raid Discord, like Team and Shemi and Serene.
They're trying to get people to go over there.
Are we moving to the raid channel? Is that what it is?
I guess.
It looks like it. Apparently that's what we do in the middle of trying to explain move channels.
Yeah, what was the purpose of this?
To interrupt us trying to prepare for a strategy, apparently. Let's continue.
Hold on. Okay, back to your corners. Reset. We're going to start from scratch. And this time, whoever called out the marks last time, call it again, do it a little bit slower, and then we'll all just do our rotations based off those calls.
Okay.
At Mark 3, that's when you stack, or do the swaps every 3. So let's get in our ready positions to the left and the right pillars, breaking line of sight, and then the people that are running straight to the safe zone, they're in the back center. Okay, everyone's ready, pulling in 5 seconds. Tank step out in 3, 2, 1, tank step out now. We pull all 4, go touch the pet, and then run to your corner. We're pulling back to our corners now. All right, stacks are starting. There's 1.
Mark 1.
Remember, back left, you're having to move constantly from the spots on the ground. Front left, we're stacking due to the meteor.
Mark 2.
Back right, there's never melee in.
Mark 3.
Mark 3.
And the healers want to be max range on the back on Star also.
Alright,
On
X
the,
clear was
tank
successful, I'm leaving. Remember, DPS front left, don't leave until the
Mark 4.
gets there. There's 5.
It's a little fast.
Now you're going to switch to the other corner of your side. There it is. I'm coming for you, Bosch.
Wait, what mark
Mark
are we on?
7.
Yeah, wait. Alright, listen. We can't have 4 people calling out marks and 3 people typing in raid warning.
I was going off raid warnings.
Let's have 1 person call it out in Discord.
No, I was acting like the raid warning was the formal CT warning, but that's good enough. We got through one.
Doing it too fast.
All right, let's do one last one. No more verbal, and just do raid warning call out, so it's similar to CT. And then after this next one, if it looks clean enough, we'll go do it for real.
So can you go over the abilities of the guys?
We haven't gone over DPS group.
Yeah, so the DPS groups. Let's make sure we have 4 DPS groups, and let's assign which ones are glued to the hip of which tanks. So let's have our front.
To a tank.
Teen just posted it.
Can't glue them to a tank.
Okay, you're right. You can't glue them to tank.
Because they can't. DPS can't be getting 5 marks. They have to be getting 3 marks. The way I was thinking about doing it is you bounce between 3 positions, and you like go to the other side.
Yeah, we've typed it up.
Yeah, so all the DPS when you start, it's going to be bouncing between the front 2 bosses, and before you go to the other boss, you have to take a period of time in the safe zone for 3 stacks. So observe skull. Pretend I'm DPS. I'm starting the fight here. We go 1, 2, 3, and then I wait until the new group runs in. I run out to the safe spot. 4, 5, 6. Now I go to the other boss. Actually, with 4 DPS groups. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's
There's
right.
2 of them in, 2 of them out every time.
Yep.
And then we go 7, 8, 9, and now I go back to the safe spot. 10, 11, 12. I go from safe spot back to the start, and then I just do it all over again until we kill these front 2 bosses.
And then it doesn't really matter from that point. Just watch your stacks.
The name of the fight is getting through these first 2 as quick as we can. And then once we down 1, you want to be productive. So you replace that guy with a different one, and that's going to be the back left. This guy back here, he puts shadow shit on the ground. It'll kill you super fast. So this will kill a lot of people if you're not watching the ground perfectly. The tank has to constantly move where he's standing. So DPS then rotate from this guy to the safe spot to this one right here. And then just every 3 stacks, you're bouncing between a safe spot or a boss. And you just rotate between 2 bosses at all times. The first 2 priorities are the front guys. Once one of the front guys dies, it becomes the remaining guy and the back left. Melee DPS, not only do we kill the back right last, but melee DPS never comes in on this one. It'll kill you instantly, so it's only ranged on the back right guy. And then by the time we get to the end there, everyone's just bouncing between the safe spot. And you fill in what would have been one of your corners with the safe spot. The name of the game here is there's 4 different debuffs each corner's putting on you, and even after they die, their ghost pops up there, and they'll still put it on you. So you have to make sure you're always in the safe spot, no matter how many corners you've killed off. And then each one does a different amount of damage on tick, and they ramp up really quick. It's like exponential growth. So, you can allow the first couple stacks, they do practically nothing. You can have 2 to 3 stacks of all 4 on you at the same time and be just fine. But the second one creeps up into 4 or 5. If you're a DPS especially, you're going to start taking a ton of damage. So let's do one more walkthrough. Everyone kind of understands what corners do what. Back left, pretend you're constantly be moving. You got to be on your toes anytime someone's in the back left corner of the room. Front left, just like that. You got to make sure you're stacked. Make sure everyone's constantly stacked in the front left. All right, let's get in your positions for the pull. Everyone split to the left and right pillar side, or you're only in the back middle if you're running straight to the safe spot on the initial pull. Have we changed any tanks? I know
not yet.
Flash is on, but we got to get him in round. All right, let's. Everyone's ready for the initial pull. Tanks, 4 sides are ready. All right, pulling in 3, 2, 1. Tank step out. All 4 of us grab the pet by running to it. Now pull back to our corners. DPS group is moving with pro in the front left the whole time. That's good enough. We all stack up in the corners now. Now start doing raid warning for the stacks, and I'll act like it's the real thing.
What's the rough seconds?
It's like 12 seconds, but you can just
do one now.
I'll do 8.
Yeah.
It is 12.
Mark 1, guys. Pay attention to raid warnings for Mark.
Back left. You got to be moving around more. You got to be constantly moving back left. All right, there's the third for swaps. Go in.
Slow down. Slow down.
Yeah.
All right. We can run out now that new group's in. All right. Next mark. There we go. We're at mark 4. Back left needs to be moving more. And move near the bone pile, but it's just short bursts. Like you'll see a burst underneath your feet, and you just move a couple feet over and over again. There'll be a bunch of them around there. Yeah. All right, get ready for the next swap. There's mark 6. Alright, boss, you're relieved. I'm here.
I think we have to stack on the X, right?
Go ahead and throw it 8.
Healers are always max ranging.
Alright, get ready for the swap.
Even though I'm the guy that does meter?
Yes, max range.
Alright, there's the... Go ahead and do Mark 9. Alright, there's the swap.
So how many marks are the tanks?
We swap as well at 3, but if we have a taunt resist, then both tanks just stand there and then wait 7 to 10 seconds, do it again. And
So
only
the
a
tanks
normal taunt is good. So the tanks can get up to 5, 6 if we have to, but that should be avoided.
So are the tanks bouncing between both bosses?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We have 4 tanks on the front, 4 tanks on the back.
Okay.
And then you bounce between both bosses in the safe spot, just like the DPS do.
I have another question. Who are the starting DPS groups for each corner?
We need to delegate
It's been posted in Discord and in raid chat.
I see the groups, but I don't know what are the starting.
It's pinned in Discord.
It's pinned in the Master Logs channel.
Alright.
Alright, Southwest group, we can't move until we have a group come in to swap with our group, or we'll get fucked.
Let's get back to the beginning one more time.
Tanks currently tanking always need to wait to make sure that the taunt works before you just run off, for sure.
Yeah, especially at the end, even if the taunt does work, the way taunt works, I gotta talk you guys through some of the Fury tanks. It becomes especially hard to do taunt rotations the longer the fight goes because there's more threat. And the way taunt works is it equals you to the highest person with that currently has aggro, whatever their threat is. So to overtake them, you have to have 110% of their aggro to gain threat. So taunt will equalize, and then you have 4 seconds of it sticking to you. So within those 4 seconds, you have to outpace them by 110% to hold it after the 4 seconds wears off. So a lot of times when a tank is leaving, you may see it initially break off you, but it's okay to stick around and make sure that the taunt was successful before you leave. It's not the end of the world if you take an extra stack or 2 because we're rotating at 3. And then if you have to use a secondary taunt like Mocking Blow or Challenging Shout, remember that's not equalizing you in threat. So it's just going to give you temporary aggro for the duration of that, and then it'll go right back to whoever's highest on his threat table. You always have to overtake by 110%, and a good taunt is only going to equalize you at 100%. So it's up to you to make up that 10% in 4 seconds. So also make sure you try to have some rage before you do a taunt rotation. That way you can spam abilities on global cooldown.
Am I correct in reading on this fight, that every mark constitutes a 50% threat drop for everybody?
Yeah, so that's the way this. Otherwise, with taunt swapping, there'd be like no threat ceiling at the end of the fight on some of these guys. So to prevent that, it does reduce your aggro each mark basically. So you're constantly fighting that, but that's just to prevent the runaway effect.
Okay.
So you have to work, you just can't overwork. Yeah.
Axcoder's question: do tanks need to be doing max threat the whole time or no?
Yeah, go ahead and for us for now work on max threat, but we might get to the point where at the end, whoever tanks are on the back 2, you might not have to work very hard. Basically, you don't want to go too crazy, but I don't know. We have to play that by feel. I'd rather overdo it and have to tone it back than worry about not having enough, because it's crucial we get proper swaps. And if you pull aggro, it's a big problem because then the safe zone becomes unsafe if the boss moves from his corner. So it's crucial that we have good swaps and hold aggro the entire time. So yeah, by all means, focus on threat for now. Okay, I think everyone's ready. Did we get Flesh subbed in?
Oh, we're talking about that right now.
All right, let's figure out that, and then let's go ahead and move to the beginning. I think we're ready to start.
Okay, let's get a portal up, please, in the back. Oh, I'm sorry, we're starting. Let's get a portal up.
Let's get a few pulls in. Can we get shackles?
Paige, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to replace you to get our tank in.
I got moon.
Also, Uncle Tom left.
There's an IF portal at Ping if you guys want to come over and take it.
We're pulling, but just so you guys know, we don't have any buffs, so.
We'll get them as we go. So the other thing I want to tell everybody is, let's just enjoy this, because this is considered by many to be the pinnacle of Vanilla WoW. The boss we're on right now.
Shackle
so
X, please.
It's very elegant.
The pinnacle of gaming.
Shackle X, please.
pick it up.
So I can jump on X next.
My bad. I went off of order, not my eyes.
But yeah, this is the type of fight where the raid leader's not going to be able to contribute much besides warn you guys what stack we're on and when abilities are about to occur. It's up to all 40 raiders to know exactly what the movement pattern is at all times. Everyone's constantly moving. So what we've done is we have the DPS moving dependent on the number of stacks, and obviously making sure they're stacking on the front left guy at all times when you sub in or out, not leaving too soon. And then on the back left, you have the shit popping up on the ground, these little black circles. You got to avoid that instantly or else you'll die very fast. The back right guy, that's the last one we kill. No melee is ever in on there. Everyone else max distance always when you're trying to kill him. The mark is like 70 yards, so you can't avoid that.
Yeah, we'll defer back.
Max distance to avoid the chain lightning. If you get too close on the front right, he'll chain lightning the raid and kill everybody. If the tanks fuck up a swap on the front and back right, he'll chain lightning the raid, the safe zone, and kill everyone. And then we have the healers rotating there's 3 healers in each corner at each moment, and then they rotate one at a time, so there's always healers covering the tanks. And then DPS is their own 4 different groups doing their rotation. Did we ever assign we have the groups up, right? Everyone understands that? They're clear on what they're doing.
Mock demonstrate.
All right. And then I think all the tanks are competent the way we talked this through. Everyone knows what they're doing.
We get a pull on the spirit.
Flesh. Let's have Flesh as our backup. So Flesh, you're literally just going to run to the safe spot and stand there and wait until something goes wrong on one of the corners. If we have 2 taunts in a row, then Flesh comes in to save the day, and both of those tanks get bailed out back to the safe spot.
Bro, you're still on fire resist gear.
Yeah, no.
Hey, Pro, can you just run me real quick which tanks are in what corner so I know when someone dies?
Yeah, it's in Discord NOS.
Okay, I'll look it up.
Right above its role, yeah. Not to clutter up Discord on Nostalrius. So I listed the front group first, and then I listed the back group next.
Who's got water?
Someone's typing like a beast.
Oh, that's
Open mine.
Very nice.
Oh.
Got X.
Sorry, I was typing.
Ramon. I'll lead the Moon.
I'm gonna go back here.
Alright guys, we got 3 hours to kill 1 boss. That doesn't mean we can slack off. There's going to be a lot of pulls, so let's focus up and let's make this happen tonight, guys.
We have 3 hours to kill 3 bosses. And it's going to happen.
Do we have a repair bot?
Yeah, I got 2.
We get a board off in the back.
I also have one.
One thing to make note of, guys, when we're killing the boss, and I'll reiterate this again when we get into the room, we're going to wipe. Be ready for that. When do we wipe? We need to make sure. It's done. Get a tank on it. Thank you. When we do wipe, we need to make sure that after we call the wipe, everybody is running to the door. We have to. All of us have to die as close to the door as possible, or we're gonna have to run back as an entire raid.
You gotta stun them at 20%, guys. Stun.
Yeah, we all gonna be quick when we call a wipe to get back to the door when you die, and also wipe clean and quickly. Don't drag it out. This is going to be about repetition and everyone learning the fight. And then tanks, once we continue to add 4 of 8s and get more people their reels, and all the tanks learn how to use their reels before each taunt, that's just going to help by drastically mitigating the amount of RNG that we suffer from when it comes to taunt resists. In the meantime, when you get a taunt resist, just sit there and wait until you can taunt again. You don't want to rely on secondary taunts because that's not doing you any good on the the threat table, or the aggro table. Alright, pulling. Back up. We got gargoyles. Back up.
Yeah, they just come to the top there. Okay.
So we did some raid comp swaps. Our 5 tanks, our 8 tanks now are Pro Blazer, Flush Sticks, Axe Killer, Team, Bausch, Med, Anathema.
Yeah, I didn't hear Taladril's name in there, so I assume we're
Taladril.
swapping him for...
Yeah, Taladril's also 10. Sorry.
So we're subbing Bosch with Flesh. Let's just make it clean like that.
No.
Wait, he called my
Team Pro Blazer Med. Vouch.
Give me a second. Just don't. Why are
we
we changing the tank order just to fit Flesh in?
We got another tank in, yeah.
Pulling. Right. Yeah, I can do that. I can just give me a second. All right, clump up Skull and X.
Pull them back right now. Pull them back.
Yeah,
we need to back up raid. They've got the second pack coming. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. That was a bad call on my part. My bad. But we need to respond. Trippy, watch your ass. You're about to.
I know.
Please continue backing up. Burn Skull now. We gotta burn it.
Trying to maximize DPS here.
Right, grab X, move back.
Keep moving.
Alright guys, we need a quick burn on X. Got a lot of stacks, let's go.
Don't burn it until 30%, just keep moving back. Alright, get ready, go now.
Alright, everybody use your health stones that you should have. Yeah?
Keep healing, 10 seconds, big heals.
Don't have a health stone, get one. Oh.
Make this faster.
Alright, quick resist. Call your resist.
I got in.
Okay, so I had typed the tank corners in Discord. What I'll do is I'm gonna make Bosch the backup.
Blazer bandage yourself.
And that means Bosch, you just stand in the safe zone until we have a problem in a corner.
Got Vladimir.
Swap Bosch and Flesh.
That's fine.
I got Shemitah.
Wondering if we had a tank, like, I don't recall Teen getting his reel or something. Do we all
The front four will all have... Oh, well, wait, yeah, Flesh doesn't have a reel.
Also, does Taladril have a reel?
Yes.
I do. Okay.
Pro Axe, Taladril have them. Mad does not. Flesh does not.
So, if... okay,
I'm not
so
sure
then
what
Mad or Flesh should sit
does.
instead of me.
Let's sub you in for Mad and have Mad be backup. You can also tell us what he sees wrong.
Alright. Mad was...
There we go. So I added you into the rotation with Teen.
Yeah, I see.
Are you prot currently, Bosch?
No, I can be if it helps.
No, it's fine. Well, if we get to there, we will. But for now, I have all the Furies as the back four as well. And we have Wellist also. Yeah, no, he's accounted for with F-Nor. Okay, good. I'm gonna pull this, guys. We're gonna burn the Necronet Guardians.
Better get him, boy.
You want to do Guardians first, and then just separate them.
Get it full. I'll fix the marks in a second.
I got it. Cool.
Thank you.
I'll grab Square. Let's have Flesh on
I got X.
Axe or Taladril. I need a redundant tank on the Vindicator. There he goes, coming back to me.
He's loose, Paul. You LOS.
It's fine. Get ready to break stack or silence now. Not too late. Silence now. There we go.
Are we gonna do anything with our group setup? Like maybe the DPS groups?
Yeah, you have 200 in group 4.
Well, I mean, we got 5 warriors in group 1 and 5 hunters in or rogues.
That's what we're putting.
I mean, the most important thing is people just doing their jobs.
Well, I'm saying we have DPS groups, right? Why don't we optimize them a little bit?
Doesn't really matter right now, but yeah, we probably should.
Not a DPS.
But let's spread the hunters. He has a fair point.
Yeah, I'll do it now. Right now it's just ordered to counter comp.
Yeah. All right, let's hug the wall very tight. We're gonna clear a little bit of trash too once we get in the room right in front of Horsemen. The pond is not going to kill you. The debuff from being in the river is not the problem. It will not kill you. Just make sure you're max range from all the ads. Stack up on the other side and up against the wall very carefully. We'll wait until everybody's topped off before we run around the corner. We'll run as a group, and you'll hug left super tight as you go around the corner. All right,
you guys
pulling in around the corner, pulling everyone hug super tight, and you got to run in with pro to keep me healed. All right, pulling in 3, 2, 1, pulling now.
So, Pro, I recommend that we kill the pad and this one ad, so that if we need to change anything or do like a quick spot check or something,
Patrol's coming.
we can.
Patrol's
Yeah.
coming.
That's fine. Wait on the patrol, then we'll pull these guys first.
Patrol goes to the middle of the room.
I
We'll
wish we
pull
wouldn't
them
have
first.
opened the door yet. That's right. Grab P. Let's just pull this. Wait until the patrol.
Casters first or Guardians
No,
first?
I'd rather kill the acolytes first. Let's let the patrol go by.
Sure. It's like dead center. Okay.
I'm aware,
Doesn't-
but we have a lot more room to work
Dead
with
center.
if we get rid of the 2 acolytes before we engage those guys.
Fair enough. All right, we can pull now.
He's mine. Finish him.
All right, let's get a quick burn. We'll have plenty of time in between. Spam.
Okay, get ready for the ads. Drink up. We have these 2 Necro Knight Guardians. They're going to blink around. They're the burn priority. I believe you can stun them, right? Or at least silence. And then after that, we'll get on the guy on the horse. I'll be on the horse from the start, and let's do Flesh on Skull and Axe and Taladrill. You can take X.
We got a chain scrap on the second line. If you don't have a health stone, please get one now. Very important. This fight. And every fight.
Yeah, make sure you get your 1440s.
That's coming back now. Get ready, tanks. You need 3.
Who are the 2 with 1440s? You should get. Everyone gets a 1200 and a 1440. We need both.
It's me and public radio.
Alright, get ready for the pull. Pros on the Vindicator. Flesh on Skull. Axe and Taladrill X.
Alright, boys, quick burn. Let's do it.
CCM as best we can as we burn. Alright, get on Skull right now. Pulling.
Oh, sorry. Nabby has 1440 as well.
I forgot. Taladrill, how about you help me out on Square? That's a secondary tank.
I've got. So does that.
I forgot about the. Routine's helping, it looks like. Alright, now we can practice if we have to one more time. Let's do it right now. I want to do let's all back up in the very back of the room where this Necro Knight died. We're gonna do one last very quick walkthrough, just to make sure everyone's on their toes and fresh. So it's gonna be a single walkthrough, and then we're gonna get on with the pull. So let's all back up in the very far side over here. Let's orient as if we're walking through the gates back here. Can we please have the whole raid back here? Teen, Galadon, Synth, Kasara, thank you. Ganker, Axe. We can regen while we do the walkthrough. Okay. Safe spot is the pet right in front of us. Alright, everyone in the groups, now go ahead and assume the position from the left or right side we assumed before the pull. So you hug around the outside of the room, and then you very carefully approach right up close to them while breaking line of sight from the pillar. So everyone's
real quick,
on the left and right.
So those going up to those pillars are only the tanks and healers, right?
No, everyone.
No, there's if you have a question about where you're starting or where you're going, go look at Master Elysium. There's a pin. If you don't know how to find the pin, like I didn't until 5 minutes ago, it's in the top right, just to the left of the search bar. There's a little pinned icon. Just click on that.
Fire resistor is Paladin.
He wasn't asking about the rotation order. He was asking about specifically.
Well,
it also tells you on the pull where to start too.
Do we need fire resistors on the tanks? All the tanks?
No, it just helps. Because we already have shadow protection up, so those are the main two sources of damage.
But yeah, the front 4 tanks should be putting on some fire resist.
I'm asking as far as groups are concerned, do you want a Paladin group 2 and group 3?
No, because he's going to be out of range for the majority of the fight.
Alright, and then when we start doing these attempts, if we're going to get past the first couple, that's where we're going to really see where the fight goes. And early on, it's okay for tanks to be blowing their cooldowns. Like early shield walls, last stands, life-giving gem if you're running it. Those are perfectly fine to use at the beginning of the fight, within the first 30 seconds, first minute. The fight gets a lot easier the more of these guys we kill. As long as we kill them in the very far back corner, we can be in the safe spot properly. And so the name of the game is getting past the first 3-4 minutes of the fight. That's when you want to be using your good cooldowns. So let's do these first run or two without buffs, without consumables. I mean, we'll do full normal buffs right now, make sure everyone's good, and then we'll walk into the room and get ready. But let's do one walkthrough before we do that, so everyone's in the ready positions. The front left looks pretty light in terms of the number of people that are up here in the front left and walk around the corner.
Need some of that group A
DPS. Otherwise, the healers will be out of range. We need the healers that are healing the tanks, the front 4 tanks and the back 4 tanks. They need to be up here in the spot. The only people that stay at the back doorway and don't run in right away are the people that run straight to the safe spot. If you're responsible for any other position.
Repost the tanks.
What'd you say?
Repost the tanks the healers are asking.
Okay.
Teen, Wellist, Pro, and Talagel, the first 4.
Teen, yes, the first 4 that'll have aggro. 2 of them run to the back, 2 of them run to the front. It's the first person listed in each of my corners.
What group is Wallace in? I don't see him in the raid.
More, they're going to be in the back right.
Ellis isn't here, so who's taking Willis' spot?
Oh, shit, okay.
That's Flash.
No, I already incorporated.
Oh shit.
So it was Mad that got and Alright, so it's Mad that this moves from the backup spot to a tanking spot?
No, it's Axe Killer that needs to be taken somewhere.
I have Axe with me on the front left.
Alright, I mean, then, got it.
I have Pro Axe, Taladrill, Flesh, and then Teen Bosch, Efnamore, and someone else. So yeah, it's you. You take Wella's spot in the back right. It's you and Efnamore. And we're going to run without a backup.
If tanks are confused, you should just practice the tanking.
We're going to do it right now. Yeah, we're going to do one walkthrough right now. Alright, so everyone's at the front or the left. We're getting ready for the pull. 5-second warning. We're about to do the walkthrough. Pulling in 3, 2, 1. Pulling now. 4 tanks run up. Go touch the pet to simulate grabbing your guy. Then run back to the corner that you're supposed to be at. Alright. Tanks are in their corners. We're at 2 stacks, or 1 stack. There's the first mark. A little bit longer. All right, let's do the second mark. Remember, back left, you're constantly moving if you're tanking them. Front left, we're staying stacked. Front left melee group, do not run out until a new group gets here. All right, here comes Mark 3. Get ready for it. First swap's occurring for the melees. All right, there's 3. Go ahead and do your swaps. New melee group arrives front left. Old group leaves. Everyone keeps stacking on tank. I swap over to the other tank. Axe Killer has it. I'm leaving. Okay, here comes Mark 4. Mark 5. Remember, back left, always be moving short bursts around the room to avoid all the black spots on the ground. Same with the healers in back left, you're going to have to avoid black spots. Alright, here comes the second swaps for melees. There's 6. Remember, front left doesn't leave until new group arrives. Alright, I'm here. Go ahead and leave Flesh. Pro's taking the most damage right now, basically, on this guy, along with the meteor on the front left. Mark 6 already happened. Call that 7, and here comes Mark 8. In a second, announce Mark 8.
You didn't announce Mark 7 yet.
This is Mark 7.
I know, but he did 6 twice. I just announced the next one. We've been at 6 for, there you go. There's 8. Okay. And then get ready for the third melee swap. Let Mark 8 settle for a second. Okay, Mark 9. Call it. There it is. There's Mark 9. Remember, front left melee doesn't leave until the new group settles in. And the tank leaves. The Axe Killer relieved me. Perfect. And I'm back to the safe spot. So you'll notice you're always taking it from the same tank, and you're always giving it to the same tank, as long as nothing breaks down.
Let's get our tanks marked up again. Looks like we lost some of those from the first.
Okay. I think we've got it mostly figured out in terms of tank rotations. Healer rotations look good. Melee groups, just make sure on the front left you're not leaving until the new group arrives. You always have to stack. That includes casters. Caster DPS has to stack on the front left. And then on the back left, when we get there, obviously avoid the shadow dots. And then when one of the 2 first guys dies, front left or front right, then the third target becomes back left. Once we get to the back right, that's the last guy we kill. Melee, you do not go in on him ever. It's all pure ranged on back right. And then you just, if there's not any other horsemen up to bounce between, you just take extra snaps in the safe zone. And the horsemen, even after they're dead, will continue to spawn shit or like apply stacks. All right, let's get all of our normal buffs up right now. No need to consume. This is all about working out the mechanics on these pulls. So let's get a tips in.
What does southeast and southwest mean? How is it oriented?
Don't worry about that. So we're just going to consider it as we're looking at the room. It's front left, front right, back left.
Southwest equals front or
yeah. So
left,
north is front right. North,
if you look at the map,
right.
This is southwest, this is southeast.
You got that backwards. This is southeast. Okay. This is.
Oh my god.
You're getting confusing, man.
All right.
Oh yeah.
This is east. Confused. This is north.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's very confusing.
This is west. No. West is
hey
this way.
Okay,
east
Pro,
is
you're
this way,
correct.
North is this way. South is this way.
Pro,
we don't care about that.
Yeah.
I did all of the explanation from an orientation that we're standing at the boss right now. You have your front left, your front right, your back
north
right,
is
your
north,
back
right?
Of course.
So facing the boss, that's
fuck with
north.
that
We're
shit.
not.
Yeah, Grippy.
Okay, that's what I was making sure because people are saying to the in-game map when we're talking about.
Ignore the in-game map. Do not just pretend like it's not there.
Don't try to convert the left and right to north. That's a mistake in the beginning.
What
so
Teen said is
let's
what we're
just all
going
get
by.
in position.
If you're southwest, southwest, that's the front left.
All right,
Closest to you
very
on the left.
carefully, let's get in position, guys.
Can we get
You
the
have to
tanks
hug the
marked?
outside? You have to hug the outside super hard. Yeah, let's get the tanks marked over anything else. I'll do it.
Grippy's not wrong for being confused there. The assignments were confusing. I understand that.
He's not.
Well, the reason they're confusing is because we
pulled.
You're on bike
We
now.
can jump on.
Run. Hey, everybody! This is practice. Run to the door if you are going to die, which is everybody. So run to the door. That's where we will wipe. If you're inside, run to the door right now.
I just need people to stop talking. We've spent an hour explaining this the same way over and over again. It looks like we got a reset. Wow.
How did that happen?
That's amazing.
Fucking awesome. All the way to the back.
All right, let's get ready. Please stack up here at the front again.
You're not walk over the void zone.
So if you run out far enough, you can always reset it. That's good to know.
So just one thing, okay? If we pull on the close right, there's no need for DPS to actually follow the tank all the time because there's no meteor damage to mitigate. We can just wait in the corner, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only the front left corner has to worry about that.
Because I
right
saw
when
a
you
whole
walk
bunch
into the
running.
left.
I was just trying to make
Yeah,
sure.
that's the groups that always have to make sure they're stacked with the tank to mitigate the meteor. So now let's clarify which is which. So Thane is my guy. I'm gonna pull him to the front left.
That's a real macro, Fikey.
Taladrill is going to be getting Morgraine. So High Lord Morgraine is the one that Taladrill's grabbing, and he's bringing him to the front right. And then we have Teen. They're on the back left, and that's going to be the lady. So Teen and who else? Bosch, I think. Yeah, you guys are grabbing the lady and going back left. And then we have Mad and Ephnamore. Mad specifically on the pull. Mad's going to be grabbing Sir Zelik. And Mad and Ephnamore, obviously, in all the back tanks, you have to make sure Zelik is always in the back right. If he gets too close, he'll chain lightning the safe zone and kill everyone. So we have to make sure our swaps are always good on the back right one. That's a tricky. All right, so I think everyone knows their corners. We try to keep it similar to all the walkthroughs. You know which one you're targeting, that you're responsible for pulling back. Let's get 2 hunters on the right over where Matt is. Those 2 hunters are responsible for pulling Morgraine as well as Zelik. You need to just pull them over to that group.
Because one of the hunters is in group A.
I'm in your group, buddy.
Okay.
But Taladrill can pull his
I'll
own.
take care of
Yeah,
both.
Taladrill can pull his own, and then we can have another hunter pull
And
the
I'm pulling for Matt.
Alright, so very carefully move around the exterior of the room, hugging the wall as close as possible, and then you want to line yourself up for the horseman and the pillar and just run in a direct line to get up to the front.
All tanks need to have a mark. If you're a tank and you don't have a mark, put one on yourself.
Alright, make sure tanks are targeting the guy that they're responsible for. Okay, pretty soon I think we're ready for the first pull. Let's let Galadon get over here.
He's scared he's gonna pull.
It's fine. Right. Melee groups are ready. Tanks are ready. Everyone knows where they're running. We're all stepping out right in front of this ramp to grab them. Tanks in the back, be sure not to line aside your healers as you run away. We have to move quickly, but make sure your healers are with you. All right, stepping out this pull in about 5 seconds. Everyone ready? Double check your gear. Make sure you have your reels equipped.
What's Teen on again?
Yes, Lady Blamoo.
Teen is on the back left one. Teen's on Lady. Pulling to the back left. Okay, everyone ready? Let's get a pull in. Pulling in 3 seconds. Pulling in 3, 2, 1. Pulling now. Tanks, go grab them. Come with me.
Defend yourself.
Right side never left for some reason. There you go. Alright, start stacking. Here comes the first abilities.
Oh,
Got off.
Healer's max range.
I'm still pulling back into my corner.
We
got
Mark
Mark.
one.
Here comes meteor in 6 seconds. Melee stack type meteor.
Tal is dead. Tal is dead.
Flush is going in.
Get ready for the stack. Here comes the third stack. Don't leave yet. Here comes the next meteor in 2. And Mark 3 is happening now. So here's the first swaps, melee and tank swaps. Stay in. We have the next meteor in 8. Make sure the new melee group arrives. Next meteor is happening in 5. We still haven't tank swapped. All right, stack on Axe. Everyone stack on X and eat this meteor.
That swap was not fast enough for meteor.
You can't actually stay there like that unless there's a meteor coming.
If you're in the safe spot, you got to be bandaging yourself. The healers aren't going to have any extra time.
All right, here comes Mark 6. Everyone get ready for it. This is
We
the
have to
next
wait for
swaps.
this meteor.
All right, swaps.
Wait.
Ooh, tank lost aggro. It looks like Flesh lost it. I'm running up to take Flesh. Flesh, I got it.
Next time, bring more friends. Next time, bring more friends. Who's next?
Mad's down.
Your life is mine.
Alright, boys, it's coming
Here
to fuck
comes
you.
9. Here comes the third set of melee and tank swaps. Mark 9's happening. All right, melee and tank
Alright,
swap.
wipe it up. Everybody run to the door.
Wipe it up.
Run to the door. Everybody run. We probably should have called that wipe earlier. That's my bad.
That's all right. It's important we got as many swaps in as we can. We're starting to witness how the fight goes.
One thing.
More grain is 67, not horrible.
I think our first first thing that we're gonna need to work on in terms of coordination is changing groups early based off of the meteor timer.
Healers can now get a good idea of how hard these tanks are getting hit, which is
The
fairly
meteor's
hard.
only 20 yards, so it's not as large as the mark zone is.
Yeah. Taladrill and then Flesh Sticks are going to be taking a lot of damage. The front right by far hits the hardest single target. So the healers that are in the front right at any given time, that tank's going to hit the hardest.
Below your down zone.
If you died somewhere that's not resable, you need to run back. We did have white protection though, so we're going to get a bunch of reses up right now. We can probably be able to summon quite a few.
So if you're on...
Shouldn't we save those shards for Hellstone?
We can farm more mobs behind us if we need shards. It's important we get repetitions in more than anything within the next 2
Axe killer down zone.
Too late.
We did better on the pull though. We got to make sure all 4 tanks run up immediately at the same time to grab your targets on the pull, because you want to make sure any given tank doesn't get hit by multiple mobs.
Serene down zone.
Okay.
Raspberry Quill a couple times. I don't know what's going on.
Tanks in the front, try to put on a little bit more fire resist gear than we were. I'm only getting hit for 780 from High Lord Morgraine from physical damage.
Yeah, the physical damage is not the issue, it's the abilities that makes it weird.
Yeah, the shadow damage. Morgraine's mark is what's hitting me for 890 at that stack. It's hitting me for 900.
I mean, he's gonna need a few big heals.
I'm trying to find the fire damage.
Hard to fight.
So for meteors, unless there's a meteor about to happen after the 3rd mark, you can't just stay there and wait for the other group. They have to get there before.
Well, I mean, you also have the whole time between when Mark 3 happens and when Mark 4 happens to run out.
Yeah, 'cause the meteor hits right after Mark 3.
It was like
exactly
3 seconds after, so just stay there, eat it, and then run away.
I'm only getting hit by 540 for fire damage. So yeah, I'm fine on FR, and I'm wearing like 130.
Is that for meteor you're talking about?
Yeah, on the
meteor's pretty easy when it's just divided.
But I'm pretty sure the first group got a 4th mark because they waited too long.
Yeah, I intentionally waited a while to split a meteor, but I think the others ran out before then. But yeah, we got to keep it crisp. It starts to ramp up drastically at 4 or 5 for the marks. So everyone needs to make sure you're in and out at 3 marks, which means that when you're swapping in, you got to anticipate it and go the second one goes off, you got to be running in between a mark occurring right from the beginning to end is enough time, I believe, for everybody to properly run the 70 yards or 60 yards.
Is anyone still really confused at this point? Because I mean, it seems pretty set in stone for healers.
Yeah, everyone. It's just repetition. I think everyone gets their jobs. So let's. We have a lot of people running back. It looks like.
Who do you want calling marks? Let's just get one.
I think they aggroed something. Or not?
I'll call
it. Hey, real quick, Fizzle's gonna throw one of the warlocks into group 8 to swap. What's the best person to swap out with? We're gonna all run imps on this. Give us a little bit extra stamina throughout the raid.
Probably one of the druids.
Alright, I'm gonna swap. Oh, it's already happened. Thanks. Alright, guys. So again, to reiterate, and again, that was my fault for not calling a wipe a little bit sooner, but we need to make sure that we're ready to book it for the door if it looks like we're going to wipe it. Tanks, if you go down, please call it out in comms so that I can make that decision. Because if we lose 2, I think it's pretty much over.
Healers, as a reminder, when you go to the back right, make sure you top yourself off as well, because if you get wholly fired or whatever the chain thing is, it will fuck you up.
Depends on how many. It depends on how many
horsemen
enemies are up.
Live.
Yeah, exactly. If we've got 4 horsemen up and 2 tanks go down, it's a wipe.
Full buffs, everyone's here.
Alright guys, buff up, let's get some mana. Let's get ready to pull in about 45 seconds.
Who do we want calling mark? It's a lot for protocol.
Fizzle can call it.
Also at 50% and 25% for each horseman, they shield wall. It lasts like 15-20 seconds. Just leave. Regardless of how many stacks you have, that group just leaves. There's no need to keep more stacks ticking, and you're not going to do any damage. So that cuts that one short, and you just spend more time in the safe zone.
Meteor splitters don't leave.
Yeah, obviously, never leave meteor. Good point. Okay. Let's all get in the room very carefully. Hop in position. Just be surgical about how you approach the ready position, guys.
So have we decided about the meteor, how we're gonna handle that?
You just watch Bigwigs.
Yeah, it tells you.
If you get your 3rd mark and the meteor is about to land, just don't leave.
It's okay to get an extra mark if it means making sure the meteor is split between enough people before you leave. Just make sure you're not getting 2 extra marks.
Alright.
And if you see it's about to hit and you're not going to make it in time, just...
And big heals on whoever's front right. We got to make sure that we got it. That's why we're trying to kill that one first. It's
One issue with front right, neither Flesh or Tala has a pally with fire restore. Might help.
Fire well, we're going to be moving. We're going to be constantly moving away.
Okay, yeah.
I give Tala some
I think it's just preparation. So, alright, let's get ready for the next one.
Let's get ready to pull 5.
Everyone's ready? Tanks ready. Pulling in 3, 2, 1. Tanks pulling now. Go now.
Flee before it's too late.
We have a while until the first meteor, it looks like. I'm just going to beeline in the corner.
Mark is in 8 seconds.
So some abilities come out much faster than others.
Meteor in 10 seconds.
Here comes the first meteor in 8 seconds.
Second
Everyone
mark
move
in
left stack. Stack better. Here comes the meteor. Melee and range DPS need to stack really tight on the boss.
Mark 2.
You're gonna call Marks?
First rotations
I'll
for
call
tanks
Mark.
and melee. Get
That's
ready.
fine.
Don't do it yet. You have 6 seconds until the third mark. This is the
Wait
big
until this
rotation.
meteor hits.
Leave. Yeah, wait until the meteor.
Mark 3.
All right, front left can leave. New group comes in.
Next
Yeah,
We have
7,
6
6,
New
5
melee
seconds
group.
to meteor. You
Stack
gotta get there.
super quick. 3 seconds on meteor. 2, 1. Meteor's
Mark
coming
4.
out.
Everybody bandage once you get to the safe spot. Goers.
Who's next?
Dash is dead.
Mark 5.
That corner swapped early.
Mark 6.
Mark 6.
Wait for meteor.
I like my meat extra crispy.
Flush dead.
Alright, everybody wipe it up, run to the door.
I run to the door. Back out.
Add dash.
Next time, bring more friends.
No healing.
Who's next? Next time, bring more friends.
Yeah, the chain will kill everybody.
Do we have white protection?
Yep, Dish's Exo should have had his whole stuff.
Can you res
Wait
people
until
in the
the
corners?
black circle goes away.
If you're in the front corner, yeah.
Whatever you do, don't strafe right.
That's better. So it looks like the first breakdown was Bosch to back left. The clouds on the ground, right? It's not a big deal. That's gonna be hard.
I just died.
Just from flat out damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slapped my ass enough time.
Yeah, that can't happen that early.
So was it during a healer swap or something? What was going on?
Yeah, I believe it was because after I died, I looked around and I saw Ganker and I think Blow G were moving or something.
Only one healer is rotating at a time, so there's still always 2 healers in each corner. I think this is more a matter of healers getting used to how much damage these tanks are tanking and predicting the damage. Like, this is new to us. We haven't seen it before.
I'm not
healing
trying to
fights
point
is
fingers,
always-
but that was not the case with how I died. I literally just sat there and just watched my health go down to 80, down to 60, down to 40, down to 20, and then dead. And it took like 45 seconds.
Right now.
Listen, thank you for stepping over me, but healers will learn to predict damage, and then we will become better at this. That's just how progression is for healing standpoint.
For healers, this fight becomes easier as it goes on too, so you don't have to really conserve that much mana.
This is strictly us getting used to the fight. That's all.
Hey guys, we just need to keep banging our heads against this and ironing out the kinks. We need to get quick reses though, and stay focused for tonight, and we'll keep going, and we'll get this eventually. We just need to. Everybody's got very specific rules for this fight that a lot of classes are not used to, so we just need to get used to them, and we'll be fine.
It seems like some tanks take almost no damage, so during those places we can actually heal raid. So kind of something like that.
The only corner is left corner. It's a lot of raid damage as opposed to most of the damage.
The back right corner, almost no damage.
Yeah, he's the easiest. That's why you kill him last.
Yeah, so if you're over there, that's best chance to get a heal because the healer literally doesn't have much over there.
Yeah, we might even eventually start stealing healers that are rotating from the backside and stealing them for the front side. We'll figure that out as we go.
Yeah, it's probably not happening because that's the tank that just died.
And you have to rotate correctly for the marks.
Yep.
As a healer, because you'll have 3 different marks on you at the same time as a healer.
Combat.
Run back, run to the wall, run back.
I need you guys to be better than that. Let's make sure we're nice and calm, quick whenever we do this.
Okay, holy shit.
Alright, they're reset. We're good.
Reset, back up.
Coast,
Wait,
where's
they have
the
not
steel?
reset. Did they go back for somebody inside? Okay, we're good. Everybody's good. We're Gucci.
Hey, what marks are tanks rotating on 5?
3. Tanks rotate
3,
every
6,
3.
9, 12.
Owen's on.
They rotate on 3, but if there's a taunt resist, they might have to stay in an extra 1 or 2 before rotating.
I'd say
gotta remember
we rotate on 3, but we end up coming back with 4 because of how long it takes to run, at least in the back.
Yeah.
That's only if you do it quickly, you can do it. Like you gotta be on. If it's a clean rotation, you should try to do it and run out with 3. As long as the tank that's relieving you is there on time. So we just gotta be really crisp with each one to mitigate that extra damage. Alright, quick buffs, mana.
For healers, mana intensive fight. I just mana flashed. I recommend you do the same.
Pro and Teen both have no buffs. Let's get full raid buffs up.
We still have people running back. I'm not even the last one. We still have Fleshes way back there.
We need summons to get full buffs.
Fizzle summoning.
Does the Void Zone have a timer in Bigwigs?
It sure does.
Yep.
Alright. That's something, if you're healing in that corner, you need to be aware of. Watch your timer.
I need all of you guys with the latest bigwigs. Like that's not we can't have that. And
I'm gonna give the healers a bit. I'm sorry, bro.
Because basically what you'll learn is depending on which corner you're in, you'll know which ability is going to go off, and you'll look for that on your bigwigs timer, and that dictates a lot of your behavior.
And as far as tanks and healers go for the Void Zone, as long as you're moving when the Void Zone happens, you'll probably be just fine. So just like with a second or 2 left on the timer, just start moving in a circle or something.
Don't finish your cast, just walk away.
The best way to start it out, whoever goes to the back left corner first, try and put your ass on the column. That way the Void Zone spawns on the column, you have more room.
Let's get as many tanks as we can flashed up now. Final 2 hours of the raid.
Alright, who's got what flavor of Hellstone?
Alright, looks like we're getting mana. Side groups, let's go ahead and start getting into position. We won't be giving out any more health stones for now until we've got a chance to get shards.
Alright, let's do one with full buffs. I think we have enough talent, or enough understanding here to get through a handful of rotations. I think it's important we see as deep of the fight as we can. Eventually pushing one a shield wall or even killing it. So let's get full buffs real quick. Very carefully moving into position. Just be nice, slow, surgical,
You on the wrong side, Talon. Oh no, you guys on this side. Dwarf.
Because I'm pulling for myself, though. Just as he comes towards Pro.
Makes sense.
I don't know why my whole team is on this side, but whatever.
Okay. And we have one hunter pulling for Zelik, right?
Yes, sir.
Taladril pulls more grain. I pull Thane. And I forgot who's back left. Pull Teen, maybe, on Lady?
It's Teen, yeah.
Okay. Everyone's ready. Everyone's in the ready position. We have full buffs up. Everyone knows what their job is. Front 4 tanks has a little bit more fire resist on, maybe. Okay. We're ready. Let's get a pull in about 5 seconds. Pulling in 3, 2, 1. Tanks ready. Step out now. Pulling. Tanks go. Yeah, sorry, Fikey. He ran. You see how he ran around the opposite side?
Yeah, he went one way and then juked around it.
PCO Fang.
Alright, Mark is coming in 3.
Make sure your tanks are in the far corner.
Mark 1.
Meteors in 5. I'll call meteors if you want to call marks.
Aldro's down.
Stack tight for meteor.
Mark 2.
Alright, let's reset. Let's reset. Everyone to the door. Let's try to reset this.
I'll keep
we can't reset it. It's going to be a
wipe. We can't lose
wipe.
one of our tanks that early.
No, it has to be somebody outside that pulls aggro.
Yeah, there's no way for us to reset. Just wipe it up. Let's get a soulstone out real quick. If not already, it should be on dishes.
DI.
So do we need to have
DI something
on, like
up on DI?
Let's look at our combat log.
All right, we're good.
My crushing
preventable.
1,000.
Healers in the front corners, you guys need to be spamming full rank heals, or very high rank heals on the tanks at all times. So, like, you're starting to see that these tanks are getting these big spike damages. You have to predict it and be casting just like you would on Patchwork. We're only rotating one healer at a time, so that means there's 2 healers in the corner just
chain
sitting
lightning's
there.
in the back right. You cannot ever have melee and on chain lightning. You have to be max distance.
The back right is legitimately the Cthulhu fight. You cannot be too close to one other person.
So,
get chained.
Taladril's taking a lot of spike damage in this front corner. Do we think it's because he's a druid? And if so, do we want to consider changing his corner?
Yeah, Taladril, let's swap corners. At least on the initial part. I don't
That's
think
fine. I'm willing to try it. I mean, yeah, let's see how
think
much damage people take. I don't think that's an issue, but I'm happy to do it.
I don't think it's a problem, but there's something to be said of putting our best geared tank.
Sure, let's do it
on that one, at least to start it. Now I'm gonna rotate out at like head 3, just like everything else. So, all right, I'll swap our names.
Did you see how hard you were getting critful, or were you?
I mean, it's the fire thing. I mean, it's getting crit for 1,300, hit for 800, nothing weird.
Okay.
It's the fire damage. Hits you for, 2,000. Then you get the debuff.
If you die,
alright, guys, quick regis, let's go.
We can probably res it.
Alright, who's my first tank front right? Who replaced Tal?
Me. Pro did.
Okay.
Pro Blazer.
Everybody eat and use band-aids to help your healers so we can get pulls faster.
The healers for that corner need to be like
let's group
in between the corner and the tank, because the tank's gonna beeline, so you don't want to be casting a heal and they run out of your range and your spell gets stopped.
In fact, y'all could get closer to the corner because by the time he gets settled, I have to move.
Yeah, like there's no meteor or nothing in there that we have to be worried about getting hit by. You just have to be in there.
Alright, everybody's up. Your health is low. Eat some food. Let's get buffs out and man up. Get ready to pull.
So early melee groups, you guys are stacking on the bear. Shit, hold on. Not enough spots.
Can we find a way to get Taladril? I don't want to fuck things up.
Hey, we trade Beefizzle. You keep canceling.
No, it's a bug.
Yeah, fuck. You walk away again.
Yeah, walk away. Alright, now try.
Okay, it's bugged out whenever I drop this red stack. Give me a second. Let me move away again. I gotta trade you something else to hold.
Hey, I'll take that.
Go.
70 to AI.
Alright, everyone get your buffs up. Let's very
assume the
carefully
position.
assume the positions. Remember, Taladril and Pro flipped.
Are warlocks positioning their imps in the corners?
I think so.
Yeah, they're close enough.
Will they impact the meteors.
Right, so now how are we going to handle the pull in terms of getting the mobs over to the tanks? If I run up and do it, we need someone
Pro,
to
you should be
pull.
on this side too.
We need a hunter on left side to pull lady to the left, and that's all we have to worry about. Toladril can
What
pull
about
Thane.
Sir Zelik?
Toladril can pull Thane. I'll step out pulling High Lord and Zelik towards me, just with proximity aggro.
I'm still pulling Zelik.
Yeah,
If we have a hunter on the right side, he can pull Zelik, and a hunter on the left side, he can pull lady.
Gene says he doesn't need it.
Okay.
I believe him.
Okay. We're good. I'm grabbing more grain. All right, everyone's ready. Tanks are ready. I don't see my. Is Madhya starting on front right?
Yes.
Or back right? Okay. Everyone's ready for the pull. This is your 5-second warning. Pulling in 3, 2, 1. Pulling now. Stepping out.
Defend yourself. Come on and fight ye win, ninny. You sick devil. I have no choice but to obey.
Mark 1 in 3 seconds.
Meteor in 12 seconds.
Mark 1.
8-second meteor.
Mark 2.
Meteor in 8. As soon as the meteor goes off, get ready to swap. People in the safe zone need to start running now.
Ready? Here comes
Mark
the third
3.
mark. Here's a swap. New tanks
Meteor
coming
in
in
7
front
seconds. Get ready. 3-second meteor.
Right. Flesh has got it.
Mark 4.
Toladril's down.
Toladril's down.
Meteor in 5 seconds.
Mark 5.
I like my meat extra crispy.
Meteor in 5 seconds.
Swaps.
Mark 6.
Wait on the swap. Wait on the swap. All right, after meteor go.
Extra crispy.
Sorry,
another
that's just
second.
for meteor group.
Axe, I got it.
We got a taunt resist and top
Next
left.
meteor.
Mark 7.
Here comes a meteor.
Well, we've already lost a tank on this side.
Bosh, you can't leave till I get it back, dude. All I had was a mock.
We're fine.
Mark 8.
Yeah, we didn't have an extra
she's
tank
getting
step.
rocked.
We don't have an extra tank. All right, we need to wipe it up.
That's gonna break it down. Wipe it up.
Run to
Wipe
the door.
it
Wipe it up.
Run
Keep
to
it
the
up.
door. Run to the door.
Do we have a soulstone out in dishes or DI?
Or a red card.
So High Lord at 56%, Thane at 65.
Get a DI out or
Horrible.
something, please.
Yeah, make sure we have wipe protection and get to the front.
Pew!
DI's
So,
out.
man,
I saw
Did
what
you
killed
just not have
Taladrilla as well.
Yeah, I got it. I figured it out.
Yeah, he got solo meteored.
Oh, is that what happened? I kind of
Yeah.
figured. It was right around the time that the meteor dropped.
Yeah, he still had, like, I guess, enough aggro, and he just got smoked.
Yeah,
Just close enough to have that hit me.
Thanks.
You got to stand within their hitbox too to make sure you're not split or you're splitting it properly.
The good
It
news
was
is,
a running out issue.
I was gonna say the good news is the swap for the meteor. I think it's gonna be a lot cleaner now. By the way, when I call for waiting on the swap, you don't have to listen to me if you're not swapping for the meteor. So if you're not swapping for the meteor, just ignore me and do the swap. Swap.
Yeah, the meteor corner is the only corner that has to be weary of when they leave.
And I will be calling. I mean, obviously, watch bigwigs to know when the meteor's coming, but I will also be calling to make sure that that's smooth.
Yeah, Rick needs to go. If Quellian's not in raid yet, is he? We're gonna get
He's not.
Quellian in.
He's playing.
All right, let's have Rick sub out and get Quellian in.
I have a question. I'm showing getting marks, and you're calling a mark ahead compared to my bigwigs.
I wasn't.
It was fine for me.
What it is, when I call Mark 5, you'll see Mark 6 timer on the bar.
No, it was the opposite. You were calling Mark 7 and Mark 6 timer was on the bar.
No, it's a mark ahead. So I'll call 5 and you'll see Mark 6 counting down.
Okay.
Tell Quillen to bring his fire resist. If he's going to be in the front.
I think we're just going to put Quillen in reserve, and if we have a tank death, which will likely be in the front, he'll sub in.
Does he not have his reel? Because he's better geared than a couple of our Furies. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to move.
Yeah, but I don't think the problem's in the back of the room. It's in the front of the room right now with how much damage these guys are doing. Alright, we got flash ticking. Just takes repetition here. Everyone has to be perfect on their swaps. This fight gets easier if we get over the hump for the first 3-4 minutes. We almost got more grain to 50%. When that 50% triggers, remember whichever group is in on more grain just runs back to the safe spot.
No.
Tank swaps stay normal.
Then meteors, bro.
That's more grain.
Oh.
I was talking about that you're thinking of Thane. I was talking about more grain because he got lower, significantly lower than Thane. So it looks like we're gonna kill more grain first, and then we'll bounce back and forth between Thane and Lady. Just be very careful as to run out at 50% for the shield wall duration. All right.
Does the shield wall, is that only for the individual, or do they all pop it?
Yeah, all of them pop it at 50 and 25%.
But the first one, or for every single?
Every single one of them.
Okay, so there's a million
They
shield
do
walls.
it. They do it individually.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't all pop it. All of them don't get it at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Each one individually will pop it at 50 and 25%. Yeah. Let's get full buffs up. Is everyone here? Do we need any summons?
Summoning Matt, I think.
Get your final summons listed. So Quillen, do you understand your position? We're going to have you in the safe zone from the start. Odds are we'll have a tank death in the front 4, and then you'll sub in for them to make sure we always have tanks subbing in and out.
Spot buff Quillen. Got it.
We could have gone a lot longer if we would have had a backup tank to jump in and take it for our first tank death there.
We now do,
the second
right?
we only had 3 tanks. Yeah, the second we only had 3 tanks in the rotation, we were doomed.
So just to be clear, Quellen's just going to be chilling in the safe zone until he's needed.
Deaths. Yep, front or back, and then I'll sub in for that person.
I'm just going to say this. That last attempt when we called it, because Talador died, like, I was still okay over there in the right side. I popped cooldowns, but I can make it. So we should probably hold off if we got cooldowns.
How long can you make it? That's the question. Long
I mean, I got to 6 marks,
Right.
and then we called it.
Then that also means that you won't be able to rotate. Like, he's supposed to rotate into the other side on the meteor side.
Those marks stay with you for a long time, so
it's like a minute and a half, right?
We're going to have a new tank. We're going to have an extra tank now, so we can withstand a little bit more. We have a
you
little
need
more
4
wiggle.
tanks rotating on the back and 4 on the front at all times. If all 4 mobs are up, there's nothing else you can do, unless you had more healers.
All right, everybody, get in your spots. Let's go.
Man, it looks good. Buffs look good. Let's very carefully move to your positions. Surgical here. Please don't step out and ruin everyone's time. Just hug the wall.
Like he needs a free spirit buff.
How was healing on you, pro? It was good.
Yeah, it was a little sketchy early, I think, but we figured it out, and the swap couldn't have come at a better time. It's hard no matter what person's on Mark Rain. Alright, everyone ready for the pull?
This is the mana pot
in
fight.
position.
Healers.
Alright, tanks are ready. Everyone has their target. Pulling in 3, 2, 1. Pulling now.
Defend yourself. Flee before it's too late.
Yeah, we ninny. We got a void zone. Watched it.
Watch
Mark's
that, guys.
coming in 3 seconds. Here comes first Mark.
Lower left needs to watch that.
Mark
void zone.
1.
Meteor in 5. For lower left, when you're doing the swap, you need to make sure you don't hit
Mark
that
2.
void zone or you're gonna die.
Everyone make sure you get all your debuffs up on your...
Meteor in 7. Soon as the meteor
comes
hits,
first
get
big
ready to
shift.
run.
Third
Mark 3.
Now.
Run, boys. Don't run over the void zone.
Pro's about to get subbed out. Alright, flashes in.
Mark 4.
Meteor in 8 seconds. Stock tight hook.
Mark 5.
Alright, after Mark 6 happens, you need to wait until the meteor
This is the
happens
next
and then
big
run.
shift. Next big melee. into-
Mark 6.
Go now.
Wait on the meteor, then run.
Alright, pros in.
We had people
Axe,
dead,
you can go.
so.
Mark 7.
Meteor's coming.
Split, DP.
Mark 8.
Meteor's coming.
Alright, third big shift is coming in 8 seconds for tanks.
Alright, you're not going to wait on the meteor. As soon as Mark 9 hits, run.
Mark 9.
I need that new melee group in here ASAP then. You have 3 seconds, new melee group.
It's just a dance, boys. Just a dance.
Mark 10.
Pro needs to be relieved in front left. I'm still tanking.
Yeah, you reverted my taunt. Taunt resist.
Mark 11.
Just wait until the new one.
Alright, Mark 12, you're going to wait until the meteor happens, so it's going to be a little bit after. Before you swap.
Mark 12.
Wait on the meteor. Alright, now run.
Pro's going to be taking a lot of damage here.
Mark 13.
Alright, melee runs out on X. He shield walled. We don't need the melee group in here on Wargrain. Only pro.
14.
Okay, don't stand close to me.
Alright, here comes the next big shift for tanks.
Mark 15.
Stay through me here.
Alright, as soon as Mark 16 happens, run out. Oh, shit,
No,
sorry.
you should have already ran.
Mark 16.
Think Santa, get in here now, now, now.
I'm taking too much damage from too many stacks.
You get B heal now.
Mark 17.
Do we have 8 tanks?
Swap.
Mark 18.
Alright, run out. Meteor in 5. Sorry guys, math is hard.
Alright, Axe, you can go.
19.
Meteor is happening right at the mark. Yeah, it's a wipe. We need to wipe this up.
Alright, go ahead and try to get to the front. Thane's at 39%. What's Morgraine at?
42.
42, not bad.
21 marks. We did pretty well there, boys.
Yeah, that was my bad. I totally fucked up and thought.
So I messed up by retaunting whenever I thought someone else pulled aggro, but it was the tank coming in. I gotta improve my line of sight so I can see that coming. And that got me up to 6 stacks, and that was way too much to be healed through. I was putting stress on the healers.
Let's have
out
for the back.
Are Thane and Mograine supposed to sort of die at the same time? They're sort of close. I thought we'd be burning one faster than another.
It depends on DPS.
Yeah, we had some DPS die there too.
You can't get around having to properly rotate at 3 stacks, so you can only focus them so much.
Could we skip a DPS group on Mograine and try and burn Thane? And
Do we
just
have
have them swap back and forth between each other? Just for
It's just
Thane?
everyone has to manage their stacks perfectly. That's all it's about. Yeah, otherwise, you put undue stress on healers, people start dying, and it's a domino.
Hold up, did we get a wide protection up? Doesn't look like it. Everybody start running back.
We'll run back quickly. So yeah, it's all about everyone doing the dance perfectly, properly splitting the thunderclaps in the front left, properly standing out of the little shadow shit on the ground in the back left, melee never going in on the back right, and then on the front left you don't have to do anything, or front right I mean. Front left you always have to be stacking obviously, but yeah, everybody just has to focus on properly doing the dance. If you get too many stacks, you start putting a lot of stress on heals, and shit starts breaking down.
Hey, who's calling the marks?
Tanker.
Tanker, can you, instead of calling the actual mark, can you just count to 3?
Yeah, do count to 3. Just do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's gonna screw up healers. Like, I'm sorry, but if you guys can't look at your debuffs and see
then maybe reset. If it's not going to screw up healers, at what point can he restart counting? Because
how about he
once
just calls out when you get a mark? It doesn't have to say a number then.
I'm just saying, tanks need to queue off the 3rd mark every time on the rotations, and sometimes it can get hard to keep track of what mark number you're rotating on.
If you want, I can do that. I'll be like, this mark is a tank swap.
Yeah, just every 3rd. I try to keep track of it for everyone there, but
yeah, I can do that.
See how towards the end it gets harder.
Sorry, yeah, I didn't go to college for math. Math is hard for me.
Dividing by high numbers.
Divisible by 3, boys.
While I'm fighting, that's hard.
I can do that though. I'll do that over comms.
If you go over 21, I run out of fingers and toes.
All right,
Wait.
hey, we're getting this fight. We're seeing improvement. I'm really excited that we're getting improvement on the 4 Horsemen fight. This is it. There's nothing new. The fight gets easier after these first few minutes, So
agreed.
Let's get over that hump with a good execution, and we got to kill.
Yeah, the biggest thing tonight for the rest of the night, guys, we just need to be really fast on these pulls, making sure we're getting as many attempts in as possible, and we'll get all this down.
I want to make sure all DPS is throwing up using bandages on themselves too, right?
Yeah, correct. You going for yourself now, or?
We don't have any heals at the safe spot, so if you're just sitting around at the safe spot doing nothing, you should definitely bandage yourself.
Also, sitting regenerates health and mana faster.
It does?
Yeah.
So remember, guys, yeah, at the 50% and 20% mark, the bosses are going to do a shield wall, so you're basically doing nothing if you're damaging. So save your mana, cast a bandage, do something to get your health up, just survive. Because for 20 seconds, you're going to be completely worthless.
I heard greater fire protection focus and save lives.
Yeah, we're running very low tolerance with the caster group on Thane, because if like one person dies, then the casters don't have enough HP to soak more than 1 meteor, which we have to do every time.
Yeah, that's why I want to mix the groups a little more, maybe. We need more beefy people.
Well, it's just hard because I don't think it's the number of people, not the HP, because it divides by the number of people that soak it, and unless we can get heals, which I don't think we can, because
heals we're talking about that right now. What we're gonna do is whichever healer is rotating into that corner is gonna heal the melee, and whoever's staying there is gonna stay on the tank.
Shouldn't the healers stack up as well?
No, healers max range tanks, and you do not get hit by the meteor.
So whichever healer is going to be coming in is going to heal the melee, because the tank damage is not bad.
The DPS, it's more than
The fizzle, we're not talking about in between. We're saying it's just cutting it real thin, because with the number of people we're dividing meteors out, healers just don't have enough max HP to soak that many. Like, it doesn't matter if we're fully healed or not, we just die anyway.
Gotcha. Okay.
It'll help once we're doing try hard consumes, but you're just now approaching that kind of.
Wait, we're not.
We're not. You said consumed like 2 attempts.
I'm saying once. I mean, if next week we're still on this and we can start making sure the entire raid's flask with titans and shit like that. If your max health isn't high enough.
No,
Ping is fine.
I don't think we have any casters with titans on right now.
I think Supreme Power would be just as good, right?
It's not a DPS race on this though. You just want health to absorb the mechanics.
So healers, again, if you're running into the meteor corner, when you're rotating into that corner, you're healing the melee. If you're in that corner and you're not rotating, you stay on the tank.
Yes, keep in mind there are ranged DPS in that as well also.
Yeah, so not just melee, so it'd be like a hunter or a mage too or something like that.
50 and 20%, whatever group is in when that occurs and the shield wall goes off, you just run back to the safe zone and then you spend extra stacks in the safe zone. And now we're going to be calling out every 3rd stack, and that's whenever our tank rotations happen and our melee rotations happen.
Let's get these guys.
So even if the tank rotates last, that means you spend less time in the safe zone. You still need to do your next rotation on time. It's trivial having up to 3 stacks for all 4 of the debuffs if you have to, but you can it really hurts as you start to get more than that.
All right, we have a soulstone on dishes, so we have white protection.
Okay. Frost and Grippy, and get them rezzed or summoned, and then anyone else needs a summon. Let's get it out now. Get full buffs up. That's not a DPS race. It gets significantly easier as we start downing 1 or 2 of these guys. And once one dies, DPS, everyone's shifting back to the back left as your next one. You rotate between. And you still run back to the safe spot, obviously, between your rotations.
Just to be clear, when a boss dies, he's not really dead. He's still going to be there as a ghost, so if you get anywhere close to him, you're still going to get his marks, and he still does his mechanics. So don't get anywhere near the boss after it dies. That's why we're spreading him into corners.
And tanks don't just jump in. If your target's died and you're supposed to rotate in tanks, we might just have tanks that spend more time in the safe spot. Or if you have a nightfall or something, you can jump in with another group and get on their rotation for a second. Alright, a little bit more mana, full buffs on everyone. Anyone need a summon?
I think we're all here. Anybody missing buffs?
Let's get it.
Get in your spots, let's go, boys.
Very carefully. Oh, sorry, I moved to the wrong corner. Give me a second.
For you Fury nerds, pop your reel on the 3rd mark, and you'll have it for every taunt.
Genius.
So everyone has to be popping real on 3rd mark. Yeah, good point. I didn't attribute it to a mark
You have
yet.
15 seconds to do your taunt, and that makes your trinket proc early, so you'll have it for your next
the entire fight, basically.
And it's up long enough to get the taunt you need.
Yep. It lasts 15 seconds.
Yep.
Alright, everyone get your reels ready. Make sure you know what it's bound to and you're ready to use it. Everyone get your targets. Make sure your buffs are up. Let's do another try hard round of buffs right now. I want to pull in about 20 seconds. Give everyone a second to get everything they need.
Alright, ready?
Alright, pulling in 10 seconds. As my food goes. Alright, everyone ready? 3-second warning. Pulling in 3, tanks ready. 3, 2, 1, pro stepping out now.
Defend yourself! Flee before it's too late! You sick devil.
Alright, meteor in 18 seconds. Stack up, boys.
First mark goes off in 5. Get in your corner. Here's the mark.
There's a void zone.
Mark 1.
So watch it.
Meteor Nate. Stack up.
Mark 2.
Meteor in 5.
Alright, ready for the first big set of swaps?
Mark 3, this is a tank swap.
Third mark.
Mark 3.
Alright, swap out. Watch out for the void zone on your left. Or right, respectively.
Don't resist.
Mark
Right?
4.
I'll keep them here.
Bandage up if you're in the safe zone.
Mark 5. Next mark is tank swap.
Alright, meteor's right after the mark. You're going to wait until the
comes the
meteor
tank
goes
swap.
off before you swap out. Wait for the meteor.
Mark 6.
Alright, Prozen, Axe can leave.
Mark 7.
Bring more friends. Your life is mine.
Just stone.
Mark 8.
Alright,
Next
this
mark
one's a
is
swap.
tank swap.
Alright, you're going to run as soon as the mark happens.
Mark 9.
5 seconds till meteor. Book it, boys.
You guys gotta get on. Yeah, meteor hit with no melee. I don't know why you're calling people to run out before we get the meteor.
Mark
Don't
10.
do that again. That just caused a wipe.
We have Quallen.
Quallian's
Tal'Drel's
down. But Tal'Drel's down too.
Oh, fuck. Alright, yeah, wipe it up,
So
boys. Sorry.
melee group cannot leave until a new one's in. It's okay if you take an extra stack. I'd
Well,
much
that's my
rather
bad.
you take an extra 1,000 damage. Yeah, I died there because I ate a meteor.
Quick, soul stone me. Soul stone me.
It's all 5 seconds on the timer. I figured we could get a swap faster. Sorry. Alright, let's wipe it up. We've got white protection. Everybody die fast. Yes, we do. Dishes has soul stone.
Oh boy. Oh, Dishes.
Dude.
But like I said, the important thing is getting over the hump there, and one of the biggest problems that's easy to overcome is the meteor. You can never have a meteor go off. Obviously, it's not the people aren't stacked for, and that means the tanks and the DPS. You don't sub out until you know another person's going to sub in. So it's almost better if you don't make an official call. Everyone should be watching bigwigs of when the meteor is occurring and using their eyes to look at the incoming DPS group and make a judgment call if that DPS group's going to be there to replace you in time for you to bail and get ahead of the next count.
What happens if they wait until the other DPS group comes in?
Everyone gets a little bit more. You get a little bit more stacks by the time you've left, but it's just fine because that's more people you're splitting the meteor behind. It's better to wait and get an extra stack than it is to leave too early and have too few people soaking it.
If the next meteor is within 7 seconds of when the mark just went off, you have to stay.
Yeah, meteor soaking is #1 priority, big time.
It takes
It's
about
okay
7
to-
seconds to walk from the safe zone to the meteor spot. So if it's
It's
gonna be
okay to
shorter than
take an
that,
extra
you have
stack.
to sit there.
Yeah, it's okay to take an extra stack to make sure you soak the meteor, but that means you still have to rotate on time into the next corner. You spend less time in the safe spot basically if you have to take an extra stack one time.
Ganker, do you want me to watch your feet for you?
Bro. I got wrecked.
Everyone actually proper timing on real is 3 seconds before the third mark. Yeah, and if we have enough, we can pass them out, but DPS in on Thane needs to be popping greater fire pots every time we have a group on Thane. So it's really all 4 of those groups could pre-pot greater fire. And then reapply as you keep, and that helps us soak a ton of damage.
Well, that res didn't go off? Sorry.
Hey, Reggie, can you get Fikey from there? Oh, yeah, you did. Thank you.
Alright, this just has a soul stone.
Does anybody know the command to move the anchor of where your bigwig bars are?
Yeah, that would be helpful. Because they come on my UI. I've moved it
You
3
need to
times.
go into Bigwig's options, and there should be like a little move me button. I think, if I remember correctly. Hang on.
How do you get into options of Bigwigs?
Slash BW, and then slash BW space profile. I want to say profile.
You guys don't have the button on there somewhere? Because you can just right click on it and then it's
There's like 20 other buttons on top of it now.
Yeah, there's a button.
Axe, are you about to? Yeah, flip corner. Yeah, I don't see you, buddy.
So
it's detached tooltip.
There you go. Mine was in plugins, bars, and then what was it called? Show anchor. The anchor allows, once you show the anchor, you can move it.
Yeah, and then you can have it in the center of your screen or something.
Mine was too much in the center. It's covering my character, and that's why I couldn't see the void zone.
There is a repair button.
Repair button. This fucker doesn't give any discounts.
Let's buff up and get going.
I'm almost back. I'm having to run.
Blood hurts.
I'm literally around the corner.
Blood hurts.
Sorry, Vlad.
What?
Mad, no charge, dude. Sorry. We're gonna have to farm for some more. We're gonna strip past 9 bloodstones.
80.
You've raided with me for 6 months, and I always have a repair bot. For some reason, you are.
Yeah.
All right, let's get everyone ready. Grouped up in the middle, full buffs.
Gotta summon Vlad.
Vlad's about to walk in. Can we get a summon ready for him, please?
I don't.
It's the first night we're really seeing the mechanics of this fight, so let's keep our heads up. We have an hour left. Good attempts.
Let's just make it this one.
After raid time.
Alright, get a summon on Vlad, group 6, please.
And yeah, DPS, when you get back to the center, you need to be bandaging. And you need to be popping greater fire or shadow protection pots on cooldown, basically.
Thank you, Shemi. Alright, so I'm just not gonna call for meteors then.
And then when you get to the back right guy, everyone has to be max range. Never do melee. He'll chain lightning everyone and kill you. And be slow on DPS, like you don't want to overtake the tank. It's possible because it constantly lowers his threat, so it's possible for the tanks to lose aggro. Okay, everyone ready? I think we know our positions, where we start. Buffs look good enough. Let's split into our sides, please, very carefully.
Thread the needle, boys.
Defend yourself.
Alright, reset.
Hey, reset.
Stay back there. Stay
Outside
back.
and spam heal. Go outside and spam heal outside.
And we're outside the room.
Spam heal outside.
And keep running away.
Good job.
Good job. Good job. Fucking.
Get safe. Everyone get safe.
Alita coming in with the clutch.
Right, beautiful. Reset, please. No deaths. Good job.
There's one thing we're good at. It's screwing up. And then... Good job, guys.
Yeah.
See, basically, as soon as someone can get out of the room and start spamming abilities to get on the threat table and be high, like healing, blood rage, shit like that, and then run away max distance. And we'll
We
reset
get
it for all
Druid
of us.
buff, group 5.
Yeah, we didn't get group off. 5.
Carefully get to your corners.
Like now, you missed all of your groups, bro.
Resist is good for meteor.
Yeah, shadow and fire resist great here. All right, I think everyone's ready. Most buffs are good. Everyone's mana's good. Let's get ready for the pull. Everyone get your targets. Okay. Everyone, here's your warning. Pro is pulling in 5 seconds. Pro is pulling in 3. Go ahead and actually, next time I say 3, I'll do a real quick countdown. And the second I say 2, you should pop your reel, and that'll make it smooth on the right off the start.
Fire resist door spell.
Then we pop them on cooldown. All right. I'll say pulling from 5. I'll do a 5-second cooldown. That way that you can reel on 3. Here we go. Pulling in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulling now.
Defend yourself. Flee before it's too late.
DCO already.
Watch that void zone.
Here comes the first mark in 4 seconds. Make sure they're in the corner.
Mark 1.
Keep pro top.
There's your meteor.
Mark 2.
Alright.
My bad, I was behind on that one.
5 seconds. Here's the next meteor. Tank swaps in 2, 1.
Mark 3.
Tank swap now. DPS don't leave until the new one's there. You have a meteor in 6 seconds.
We gone.
Good. Alright, flashes in.
Mark 4. Mark 5.
Next one's a tank swap. Don't run into that black cloud.
We have to wait for this meteor.
Alright, get ready.
Mark 6.
Tank swaps now. Move around the black cloud.
Move.
New group will be in for this next meteor. Meteors in 6 seconds. Pro has it. Stack up on.
Mark 7.
Here's a meteor in 1.
Your life is mine.
Mark 8.
Okay. This next mark is tank swap.
Mograine is gonna shield wall.
Tank swap in 4.
Mark 9.
Tank swap.
Mograine is shield walled.
DPS stand. We have a
Keep
meteor
DPS
in
up.
3. DPS stack for meteor in 3.
Mograine is shield walled.
Towers this pro.
I'll stay in until you get the next.
Mark 10.
Mograine shield has shield wall.
Cozy shield wall, bro.
Alright, Mograine no longer
Mark
has shield wall.
11. Mark 11.
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay. This next one is a tank swap.
You can big dick on Mograine now.
Get ready for the tank swap.
Mark 12.
I'm gonna need big heals on pro. I have 5 stacks from the other guy.
My boy Chin!
I had a taunt resist.
Mark 13.
Taunting again now. Pro's got it.
Mark 14.
Pro's down.
Swap at 15.
So we had a taunt resist when I left one side, and
Do we
then a
have
taunt
another
resist
tank?
when I got to the other side. Pro's down.
I'm going to Morgan. Wait
Morgraine's
for
almost
meteor.
dead.
Wait for me.
Just
Tank
stay
swap.
Get
Tank
calling
swap.
on Morgraine.
Clear call.
No, it's not tank swap
We're
yet.
good.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Qualian's in. You don't need to swap that. Alright, Qualian swap out. That's good.
Yeah.
Flesh is in.
16.
Need a Thane swap here.
Here comes a meteor.
Coming to resist.
Finish off Morgraine.
Bausch is dead. Top left.
Meteor in 6. There's 17. This next one's a tank swap.
Alright guys, if we don't get Mograine down, it's a wipe.
Green shield wall.
That's alright. We can still do this.
I'm shield walling in the back.
Big dicks on Mograine.
There's a second shield wall wearing off soon on Morgraine. Not
18.
yet. Alright, that's a swap. That's a tank swap. Morgrane's about to drop shield wall. Tank swap, Talajul's in. Alright, shield wall's dropped. Morgrane's open.
19.
It heals
Talajul
Talajul.
up. Keep Talajul up.
Top.
Oh, he's following you some more.
20 pass, and then this
Nice
next
one,
one.
F.
Oh no.
Talajul's dead.
Alright, run to the door. It's a wipe. It's a wipe. Run
Alright,
to the door.
wipe it up. Get to the door. Easy reset. Very good job, guys. 14% on Morgrane. We almost got him down. The fight gets a lot easier once he dies.
That was close, guys.
It's good to know that I'm not the only one who has trouble with 16.
Yeah, Morgraine just hits like a boss. And then, so the reason I died is because whenever I was getting relieved on one side, the tank had a taunt resist, and then when I joined the other side, I had a taunt resist. So I ended up getting too many stacks of both on me, and that's the recipe for disaster. Rotating into Morgraine with too many stacks is difficult, and then having a taunt resist on the swap is even worse. Hey, 1 second. My wife's calling for me. Can I get a res around the right corner? Like I'm not in risk of pulling, but it's going to require you peeling around the right corner. I'll be right back.
Special treatment just because he has an orange weapon. I see how it is.
Yeah, can we not invite Alex Central to our Discord?
Who did that?
Hey, Serene.
Look at the public channel.
Hey, Serene.
Oh my god.
I like you a lot, and I have confidence in you to call Marks because I got confused there and fucking I'm healing and shit. I think it'd be easier for DPS to call it. Because you just press one button.
Dude, you do know I pressed 1.5.
Literally dying. Hey guys, let's keep going. Quick reses. If you're not a healer, sit down, get some mana, get some help. Let's fucking do this.
Look at Taladrill. We're only just trashing you.
And we got Gem over here just wants to be YouTube famous.
Alex was right.
It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact that I find Alex really fucking hot, okay?
What?
Yikes.
No, don't.
That's sexist.
Nice long talk about standards and how to find them.
Oh my god, I would do dirty things to him. He's cute.
Oh my god.
Just stop.
Did you not see him PvP that hunter?
Yeah, I would do the
See
same.
what he was doing as a druid?
I saw him PvP his password trying to log into a TBC server.
Alright guys, serious up. We got a few guys to kill, and that's not Alex Central's reputation right now.
Will you call Marks now, Serene?
I can do that, yeah.
Check corners, there's like 5 dead people around
Yeah,
this
we got
corner.
dead people in the corners here. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
What the fuck, man? At least say something.
Get around the corner.
You guys have raid frames. You can see is dead.
We got him. I got Pro.
Not really.
Wasn't Pro the first person that wanted to get rezzed?
Yeah.
I don't use red frames. I only heal my party.
Good call, Viking.
Well, that explains a lot.
I just open up the raid tab.
I actually show health bars above everyone's head.
King's FK 11 twice.
Dude, that's what I did on Cthulhu. It's fucking dirty.
I thought you just randomly select people and hope they had low health.
Just type really fast with slash commands to heal people.
Alright, let's buff up. Let's go. Is everybody up?
We're still everyone for himself on meteors. Yeah, we do not call that, do we?
Do what?
I do not call meteors, right? Everyone's on himself for that.
Soulstone is out on dishes.
If there's anything you need to call, it's meteors out.
Griffy, trade me after this raid. I'll give you some Lotus.
So I just heard
You're the only caster flasking.
3 gunshots and
Doesn't
sirens
have to do with
inside.
damage, sir. We will pull aggro if we go hard.
Hey, Ings is around the left corner. Healers.
Let's get everyone ready for this. Stack up in the middle. Call it out if you need a summon.
We still have people running back.
Inks, are you there?
we don't take any risk.
All right, Inks is up. Let's get some quick buffs up. Oh, Lord.
These guys are crushing blow for, you know, maybe 1200 physical damage every hit. So that does add up. Make sure you're spamming shield block. Do everything you can to mitigate damage. Each tank needs to be responsible for his own demo shouts. Thunderclap if necessary. And Sunder stacks. Be very careful here on the initial setup and pull.
Fire Aura Pad.
Alright, everyone's getting almost all their buffs. Let's make sure we top everyone off. Eat your food, do your consumes.
I mean, we were close last attempt, right?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Alright, focus and we can kill him this attempt. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it, guys. Alex is watching.
Hi, YouTube.
Super tight.
I can't hear you.
Thread the needle. Let's go.
All right, everyone's heroes up now.
All right, let's get ready to pull in 15 seconds, boys.
And everyone remember on your reel, make sure you're using your reels, your paggles. Alright, you have your targets. Everyone knows what their job is. It's all about executing, not getting too many stacks. Got this.
Yes!
Alright, 5-second warning. I'll do a countdown from 5 seconds. Here we go. Alright, focus up. No more announcements. We're good. Pulling in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulling now.
Defend yourself. Flee before it's too late.
Oh, Jesus, I double misses.
Rip.
I got him, but this is gonna give some people marks.
First mark in 5.
It's just one extra mark. It's not a wipe. Meteor in 5.
Call them as they land, sorry.
Can you feign?
Sorry.
Second mark. Why am I giving 2 marks? In 5 seconds, we'll have a tank switch. Mark 3.
The tanks. There's the swap. Flash has got it.
Mark 4. Mark 5. The next one will swap. Get ready.
Mark 6 and Meteor dropping at the same time.
Alright, here comes the swap. Use your reel now.
Hit it.
Do your swap.
Oh god, can I resist?
Pros taunting. Stay for this meteor.
You flash, I gotta resist. Sec.
Alright, we need to try to get Mograine to 50% in this phase. Big dicks, boys.
Mark 8.
Alright, this next one upcoming is a swap.
We'll have to stay in a little bit longer.
You guys get ready for the swap. Incoming now.
Mark 9.
Flush is dead.
Where were you, Flush?
Go taunt off pro on Thane.
Got it.
Mark 10.
Bring more friends. Your life is mine. Next time, bring more friends.
Mark 11. Next one will be a swap.
I'm meeting too many stacks. Client's got it
Ready?
now. Capicula's client.
That's it. Tanks down.
Oh, all right, wipe it up.
Wipe.
Run to that door.
Run to the
Should've
door.
wiped it at the start.
Yeah. Second we start getting tank or taunt resist like that, it crushes us. This is why I haven't given rogues a single piece of tier 3.
It's a low blow.
Fucking truth, though.
Once we do everything perfect, sometimes you're going to have RNG, and it's going to break the fight down early. There's nothing you can do but reset and get another attempt in. It's not a DPS race.
I don't know why you're even DPSing.
It's never DPS.
You know, I'll min-max by, fire blasting Thane at the start. But I'm also looking at threat to make sure he hits 2k before I do that fire blast.
I'm going to change the groups too to get Qualian in as a primary. 1 second.
We're gonna swap
smart.
primary.
Should we run back, or are you guys resing the people who died in the meteor?
We're
corner?
resing.
You'll get rest.
Unless you are at the unless you're past the platform, you should be able to be res.
Or run in.
Problem with running in is we don't have shards to summon people, so it wastes more time.
Okay, tanks, I'm changing some of your stuff.
All it is Taladrill's going to be taking Mad spot.
No, I'm doing more than that. Matt, I'm going to put you on backup.
Yeah, I'll be back up. Qualia will be front. Tal will be back in my spot.
No, I changed more than that. So we have Flesh and Taladrill front left. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, front left. So Flesh pulls, Taladrill's back up front left. That rotates in next. Problazer pulls on front right, and then Quellian backs me up. So then we have our 1 through 4 tanks just like we always run. That's our front 4 tanks. Then our back tanks, we have Teen and Bosch. Both have perfect tank sets on the back left. Axe Killer and Ephnamore both have perfect tank sets on the back right. Those are the back 4. The first person listed is the one in on the pool. So Flesh and Problazer and Teen and Axe Killer are the ones pulling here. Taladrill and Quellian and Bosch and Ephnamore are backups, including Mad. Is everyone comfortable with that? I announced it in Discord. I'll put it in game. So tanks, please take note of how that's changed. Healers, you can also take note of those changes to anticipate it. But what I've done is I put our our best 4 tanks, our most common 4 tanks on the front, the hardest hitting guys. And then all of our Furies and backup tanks are on the back. But all of our tanks here have at least 8 of 8 tier 2. So we're in good hands in terms of gear. I think almost all of us have real. So let's make sure we're using the reel appropriately. That's going to cut down on a lot of RNG. Okay. And it's all about mitigating the number of stacks you get. It's the whole fight. So let's get everyone stacked up in the middle. So just need more repetitions. I think everyone's back. Do we need summons on anyone? Please do not aggro early. No need to jump around. Let's do full buffs right now.
Anathema's not here. Fana's not here. There's Fana. Also Bosch.
Let's summon them if we need to.
I just got here.
There's Bosch. There's Anathema. We're all here.
Alright, Dishes has a soulstone, so we have white protection. Alright, everybody, let's get buffs out. As soon as buffs stop, get into your positions. Let's get ready to pull.
Need Kingdom Priest. Thank you.
Alright, so everyone's taken note of their new positions and new tank spot. Which ones are on the right, front, or back, and which ones are on the left, front, or back. That dictates where your ready position is. Let's make sure everyone has the buffs you want before you spread out to your sides. And be very careful splitting up. Very tight. Alright. This is your 30-second warning. Let's get everyone split. Alright, I want to pull in about 20. Let my food go off. Everyone looks good, buffs look good, mana's good, tanks are ready. Okay, everyone get your target. 5-second warning, here we go guys. Pulling in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pulling out.
Other corner. There you go, Axe Killer.
Good job, Axe.
First mark.
You're in 7.
Farther left, there you go.
Second mark. Next one will be a swap.
Here comes the first swap for tanks. Get ready. Swap now.
Mark free. Run.
Client's got it.
Mark 4. Mark 5. Next one will be a tank swap.
I like my meat extra crispy.
Here we go. Get ready for it. We have 3 seconds on tank swap.
Okay.
Wait
Tank
for me.
swap now.
Wait for meteor before you leave. Good job.
Alright, Big Dick on Mograine.
Pro's
He's at
got it.
60%. Let's get into his first shoe ball.
Taldro's really lit.
Alright, once he hits 50% DPS that's on Mograine, you can just go to the safe spot.
Mark 8.
Alright, this next one's a tank swap. Everyone stack for meteor. Alright, here comes
Mark
the
9.
tank swap.
Stay in for the meteor.
There's a
Pop
swap.
Taldro
Stay in
up
until
before
the
he
new
goes
group
in.
gets here. This is a tank swap. Stay in until the new group. Meteor in 1. Colin's got it on meteor.
Next time, bring more friends. I
Blow
have
your
no
shield walls
choice
now
but
if you
to
have to on the
obey.
front groups or in your last stands on the front tanks.
Mark 11.
Mark 11 now. Next one will be a tank swap.
Alright. Tank swap coming on the next mark. That's in
Get right out
6
after
seconds.
this one. Meteor's right before it, so get right out after it.
Tank swap in 2, 1.
Swap.
Damn.
Do we have a death?
Tyler got fucking
Do
cut.
the death in the front right. Pro's got it. We need a new
Alright,
tank
Matt's
to
ready.
relieve the front left.
Lock 13.
Meteor's gonna need a tank to
going into
relieve.
Going to Thane. The backup go to Thane.
All right. After this
Lock
mark,
14.
the next mark's gonna be a tank swap.
You have to stay for meteor for this one.
Get ready for tank swaps.
Backup's coming in.
Backup come in now. Remember to use your ship before you taunt. Qualian's got it on High Lord.
Matt's got that.
Bandage.
Mark 17.
High Lord Shield Wall.
Next one's
Is this
gonna
one
be, this
tank
will be a
swap
tank
or is the
swap.
next
This next one will be a tank
The next
swap.
one, 18 will be as well.
18 is a tank swap.
Alright, here it comes. 4 seconds.
Nito, pull the egg.
You get a detect
Tank
magic
swaps.
on Mogren.
Tank swaps occurring. Pros relieving Mad.
Matt, I'll swap
Alright.
once you
Got
come
it,
back.
Mad?
Big dick on Mograine. Kill him now. He has to die right now.
Not this mark, but the next one's a tank swap, right?
Yes.
Alright, here's 2.
Let's go, boys. 8%. Big dicks.
This one's gonna be a tank swap. Remember to use your reel right before the swap. Alright, get ready.
Right, Mograine is dead.
Mark in 1. Alright, tank swap. You spend your extra time in the safe zone.
Keep rotating.
Keep stacking on. Don't leave
Wolverine's
early.
down.
Don't leave Pro Blaze early, guys. You gotta stack on Meteor in 4 seconds.
Taunt resist.
Meteor
Wolverine's
coming.
down.
Wait for it.
Alright, Qualian's got it. Here's the Meteor.
And if more died, didn't get no heals.
Fine.
Need an extra tank for Lady. Back to
I'm
kind
here.
left.
I'm here. Say when.
Go as soon as you can on Lady.
We have 2 extra tanks.
I'm going.
This next mark is a tank swap.
I have no choice but to obey.
Matt's got. Keep Matt up.
Next time, bring more friends.
Alright, there's Meteor. Swap out. Stack, stack, stack.
Heal time.
Let's try and burst Thane if we can, guys. Try and get him a kill. He has no shield.
Do we have battle reses
The
up?
tank swap happens in 2, 1.
No.
Alright, tank swap.
No, do not tank swap.
One early, Pro.
Oh, sorry.
Do we have battle reses? Nice.
I got red.
Alright, 5% on Thane.
Axe, I'm coming.
Swap.
Next time, bring more friends.
Thane is dead. Thane is dead, alright.
Just spend more time in the soft spot until your debuffs drop. It's just Lady and Sir back.
No melee on Lady.
No melee never go in on Sir Zelek.
Never goes into that, sir. Melee can
So-
go in.
Alright,
melee
it's,
on
you
Zelek.
can melee Lady, just no melee on Sir Zelek. I'm swapping in right now. It's out of order, but I'm gonna relieve you just so I can get in the order, Bosch. Alright, you're good. I had 0 stacks, Bosch. You can go spend time in the safe spot.
Keep tanks alive.
As far as about to have 3 stacks, I need to get out of this. Back left, some healer come take.
Outlet is here.
Stay spread out for Zealot.
Taking out Galadon.
I'm coming to get Teen after this one.
Alright, Pro needs to be relieved. On
I
later.
taunted you, taunted back somehow.
Oh, sorry. Fuck, I thought it was a rogue. Alright, Axe has got it. Pro's out. Remember, just make sure to spend
Abby,
plenty of
like-
time in a safe spot if you're on.
Fuck.
Sure. What number are we on the tank swaps formally for the back 2?
We got a lot of backup, so it doesn't really matter.
34 just hit.
We should be swapping at 36.
Yes.
Left side whenever you can.
Coming.
DPS, just be smart.
Don't stand next to each other on the left. Please.
Alright, I'm gonna relieve the right side. Bosch, I'm gonna relieve you now on Sir Zelek. Make sure your max distance, so no chain lightnings. Alright, Bosch, I'm taunting. I had to resist.
Heal Matt. Time's in.
Next
Team's
taunt in 5 seconds.
Who's next?
Make sure to get in that corner.
Bosch, you can go.
Big heal on that.
Tank swap after this one.
Yeah, tank swap now.
Coming for you, team.
Axe killer swapping monsters. Alec, use your trinket. Axe has got it. Pros out.
Your life is mine.
Do we have any DPS up?
It's me, baby.
European Navy. Hang out on.
Get away from me, Shadow.
Bosch, I'll relieve
Shut
you.
up.
When's the tank swap of this one and the next one?
Yeah, I think.
It's this one coming right now in 5 seconds.
And when's the tank swap? Alright, pros coming. Gallus. Pros got it.
Don't forget to watch your void zone.
Pros got it, you can go.
I have no choice.
Just keep a renew on Grippy.
Hey, Luda, you can't stand on
Next
top
one's
of
tank swap.
Sorry,
It's a chain lightning.
Yeah, the board's in.
Alright, tanks.
I have no choice but to obey.
Is there an race timer?
100
Yeah.
marks.
Axe
Get out,
got
bro.
it. Pros lead.
Get out.
Oh shit, my bad, Bosch.
It's fine. There's
Healers need to be max range at all times. Yeah, that could have been a kill if all of our healers always have to be max range.
We have 0 DPS up.
I know. This is probably why. But I just want to make
It's
sure
just
everyone
an
keeps it up for the mechanics. We just got to keep practicing the swaps. That's all it's all about.
Should we
Time
get
for
in
another
one
tank.
solid attempt?
Tanks did a really good job, so did
Bosch, I'm
healers.
sending them for you.
Yeah, we should, because I think we're gonna get trash respawns pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should just wipe it then.
Alright, yeah, let's
Abandoned black hole.
keep healing. Keep healing. Let's max distance them. Try to get to the front of the room while we're alive.
A lot of people are dead in the back.
Everyone move to the front. Try to wipe this up clean.
Yeah, it's over half of the raid is dead out of our
I
Israel.
know. A lot of people are gonna have to run back, but if you can get to the door, you can get res.
I have no choice but to obey.
DCO, I did judge light one time and it was definitely not worth it at all.
Alright, that should be a wipe.
Alright, I just
We got
wanted
time for another attempt or two. We got time for 3 or 4 more attempts, and that was really solid, guys. First 2 horsemen down. You can see how easy it becomes if you can get over that hump.
Hey,
So it's
Rhett,
all about burning those 2.
Unlucky.
Can you judge it on all 4 of them, or can you only have it up on one of them at a time?
One at a time. And it was not worth because
Then you keep moving around anyway, so.
yeah, it makes longer distance and like I might walk into. I mean, I always care if I waited for a meteor and I did it, and then it was just not worth it anyway. So.
No, I
Yeah,
just
same
wondered
here,
because
too.
I was having a hard time staying alive during the meteors, like even with the health potion and Wankstone.
It's fucking rough, like just like Lothab at the end. Like that, we got over the
think
hump
if
though,
we-
and you saw how sustainable the end is. We just got to
I'm back.
keep more people alive there.
Yeah, it's a trademark.
Awesome.
I'm gonna take a piss and grab a drink.
So we're officially 12.5 now out of 15.
Yes, we're 12 of 15.
All right, guys. Let's not let it get to our heads, though. Let's get back to the boss, and let's get some more attempts in. We've got.
Are you running back?
Yes, we are running back because we need to kill some trash.
Is it spawned up again?
Please, God, no.
Yeah, and I'll stop
reset.
calling roll times. People just need to be spamming that shit.
My big wigs disappeared that round too. Someone reset it.
Your bigwigs fucking sucks, dude.
Thanks.
Healers, great job. I can't stress that enough. You guys did awesome. You handled the rotations perfectly.
And hey, to make it easier on healers while we're progressing on this fight, I might even say DPS, once you get one of the first two guys down, spend your extra time in the safe spot just to drop stacks completely. That makes it a lot easier on healers.
Don't make fun of my North Korean bigwigs, thank you.
We showed we could sustain this, so I would rather our DPS just spend an extra rotation in the safe spot instead of trying to burn the shadow guy down. The shadow's going to be a pain too anyways. So we can sustain that forever, but the DPS, like, just, yeah, that's it. You spin back to back. You actually spin 3 in a row there, because you get there, and then there's not another one to rotate to, so you stay there, and then you would have been rotating back into that position, so you stay there again. So you stay there for 9 stacks, let everything drop off you completely, and then you run back into the meteor guy. So let's make that adjustment, because that'll make it a lot easier on healers. And we showed that we can continue this fight forever, basically, if we get over that hump. Yeah, we need to be spamming greater fire protection and shadow for the auras as well. But we'll be more prepared for that heading into next week.
As I mentioned, I don't know if maybe the bank has Heart of Fire, but I can do the transmute for...
Yeah, we have a lot.
Alright.
I have about 20 shadow protection potions in the bank, and then we have a lot of Heart of Fire and other MC mats.
Everyone's got to run back. Why are there so many people still dead?
I'm dead in the doorway.
We have to clear trash.
We have to clear trash.
Yep.
Confirmed respawn. I had 55 minutes on my flask.
I have 39.
Well, we have time to get through, clear trash, and get a kill in, so let's do it.
That was really close again. Like, we get the mechanics. It feels good. Just got to make sure we continue to execute properly. It's a fun fight, honestly.
It is cool.
It's a ballet.
Yeah, it's unique.
So,
Cool.
about the first two died like pretty much like what, like 15 seconds within each other?
It was within like 2 or 3 rotations, so.
So the meteor will be cast upon a random person that's within like 20 yards of them, I think. So you have to stack super tight, because if that random person is the person on the edge of the group, it could cause the meteor not to hit everyone, and then it's absorbed by fewer people.
Can you stack on the tank because there's no cleave or anything?
Yeah, and the tank can stand right under the hitbox, like just an inch away from facing him towards the raid, basically. So yeah, it's like a super stack.
We can get one more attempt if we really hurry.
Alright, we can pull, guys. I don't know why we're waiting.
We have the priest to shackle here. Now for them.
Yes.
Alright, let's go.
I got square.
Just making
Got
sure
it.
that...
Done at 20%. Remember?
Oh, shit, wrong one.
Please shackle, please.
Sorry.
Nice multi-shot.
No, I didn't multi-shot. I just never switched off my pull target. Changed the mark on the pull. It wasn't skull.
Yeah, it's my bad.
Alright, guys, we can have 0 deaths on these pulls if we're going to get some more solid attempts in, so focus up. Let's make this a good night.
All of us are back
finish in staff's room.
Stun now.
You don't watch this baseball game?
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking nuts.
Dude.
Harbinger.
Don't worry, your Master Louis almost there.
There's no way we still have 2 people dead. Where the fuck?
We have one.
Over there.
Probably died when AFK.
So once the first 2 are dead and the DPS is rotating to the safe spot, like they're ready to go to the back. Once you hit, like if you bandage and you're at max health, you can go in on the back mobs. You don't have to wait 9 stack because the damage comes from when the mark lands and you're getting new marks when you move to the back. So the damage is minimal. So as long as you're topped off after the first 2 die and you still have their marks, you're fine.
Alright, pull the shade.
You're saying you just swap every mark?
Crash loot.
Oh, do we have to?
The ghosts, here they come.
You have to not be sleepy.
Healers, you're about to get tested.
Told you I was taking a piss.
Here comes the spookies. Spooky ghost number 2 is out of the portal. Here comes the second pair.
Is that it for Harbinger? Just after Moore's offset?
Yeah, we can move in.
Ready got squares.
Some shackles, please.
Pilot is resisted. Thank you. Don't break it, please.
We'll go square next after this.
Why'd you fireball it?
I'm sorry, sir.
Shackles X. Stay on square. Keep shackling it. X. Move to it now. Throw a stun on it.
Ooh, cool. I want that. PvP.
Yeah, he's mine.
Just unload that chest right there.
Yet?
Yeah, gargoyles are up.
Gargoyles are up, so they got the... What's his name's gonna be up soon too.
The rider.
You wanna pull this, bro?
Nope, rider's right behind. Actually, yep, go ahead and pull.
I don't see him.
And by go ahead and pull, I mean I'm pulling.
Yeah, okay.
Could be a roll didn't count roll after I asked
Pull him back, pull him back.
Back. Back.
It's like alien from Mars invades.
Oh.
Pulling X back.
I'll keep an alien to roll again.
Can we get 100 to pull that real quick?
Pro will take the Vindicator. Flash on some.
Don't pull.
Pull these guys.
Let's do the.
The gargoyles.
Just
Gargoyles
pull
are
them
coming
back.
out. Pull them back.
Qualian's on
Man
X.
up.
Pro's on Skull. Qualian's on X. Pull him way back. Pull him way back. Don't engage down there.
Hold on. Don't pull him. We're getting mana. Just let him come to us.
Yeah. We want to pull him at the maximum patrol distance.
Yeah.
Okay, pull him back. Clump him up back here.
Hey.
Get ready for the burn. %, go now. Go next. $50. 30. Go now.
gonna be bad.
Keep healing after this. It's gonna hurt.
Holy.
Oh fuck. Alright.
Oh, that's not good.
Last chance. This could be a wipe if we don't recover here. Just be ready. Be ready for the
It should
burn
be
up there.
bugged, right? Remember?
Make sure we're max range. Just gotta be a hard.
Get a little sun out in the hero, please. DI is on. This is a wipe. Oh wait, no. Stacks just dropped.
Yeah, but
You
we don't,
don't have the
You still
DPS.
don't have the DPS
There's
for
no way.
30% push.
Yeah, wipe it up.
Yeah,
We
wipe it up.
Stop heals, please.
No more healing and just wipe
Go
clean.
pull that group and kill yourselves. It's gonna take forever.
Just don't heal. Please stop healing. And no, don't wipe and wipe somewhere clean. Just wipe back here. Jesus. You sit down and you just give your back to the boss. Sit down with your back to the boss and repeatedly sit down once he kills you.
Go fight.
God, this boy's.
No need to wipe. Why go wipe someone who can't res you?
This is an
Stop running
excellent,
away.
excellent example of what happens when you stop focusing.
Yep.
Got lackadaisical for fucking 15 seconds.
Start resing. We're good. We still have time for one solid horseman attempt. We're almost done with the trash.
Or we could do MC. Res Elite, Res London.
Thought I turned my stream off. I had a bad feeling about this trash.
It's okay. Rep Arp has rejuve gem.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah, if Pro Laser had it his way, we would have never even gone in there.
Would have done ZG for my enchant.
Yeah, he's like, does he just want to do ZG or something? I was like, no, what?
Gotta love those kickers, right, Coach?
I need 15 points from Demarius to win this game. Alright.
Hold ready to go.
We're still on it, and we're gonna give 4 Horsemen a kill in like 10 minutes.
Do you guys need a DPS? Okay.
Sehr gut.
No.
Quickly tab him. Okay, don't.
Everyone owns bandages, right? Let's use them.
What is this bully?
I already rezzed him.
I read them too.
I didn't get anything.
Log out.
I got blow G's. I went to go grab Cheez-Its.
Eating bandages. Get ready for trash in a minute.
I have some rune cloth, I think.
Glutes, you're looking to get in next for our last 4 Horsemen attempt?
Do you need me?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, ready for pull, let's go.
We're gonna have one gargoyle pulling in 3, 2, 1.
Back up. Alright. Big burn at 30.
I'm not gonna pull aggro, am I?
40. 30 burn now. Stay within healing range. It's only 2 stacks. We can kill the next ones down on this ramp. It's going to be the horse and the 2 arcane guys. That not these 2, unless we pull the alkalites way back.
We can pull them. We can pull them right now and pull them right back.
Nope.
They're padding. It's
Just
padding.
wait. The Vindicator's coming.
He's right here. Yep. There you go.
Pros on the Vindicator, Qualion on Skull, and Flesh on X. Taladro back up on with me on the Vindicator. So Pro and Taladro are on the Vindicator. Right, incoming. Pull them way back because they're going to blink around.
This is interesting.
Gotta get X or Skull faster than that. We gotta separate them better. We shouldn't have been in this clumped area.
Should have fought on the ramp, but I didn't say anything.
Time to start interrupting to prevent more stacks. Good job.
That was very good, Volnero, by the way.
Cleave space mode.
A couple reses. Wait until everyone's res before we pull.
Bandages. Let's make this faster.
We get a port in the back for Viking Artist. We can get Flute's loot in here, and Volnero, you are going to heal on this attempt. Like now, once you pour it out, just leave Flute, please.
As soon as Kasara pops alive, we're gonna pull. I think he's just not accepting it. Let's go ahead and get ready for the pull. Pulling in 3, 2, 1. Super tight around the corner.
Why are you whispering? Don't let him get you.
When you talk, I want you to talk like you're about to verbally abuse me, man.
Should not get the res.
We can summon him when he comes back.
Yeah, run back in. Come on.
Right, get around the
Run back, log
other
out.
side of the river. Bandage.
Do something.
Quick bandage. Top everyone off.
Just sit there dead for the rest of the instance.
We have about 6 minutes left, guys. This is the last 2 pulls, and then we'll get our last 4 horsemen pull of the night in. Very capable of a kill. Blow our try-hard consumables one last time. Alright, get ready for the pull. As soon as I see that Vindicator walk the other way on the other side. We're not going to kill him either. We're going to skip it and stage just close to the door. Alright, here comes the pull. Pulling in 3 seconds. Healers have to stack with pro. Going in 3, 2, 1. Pulling now. We can stack skull and axe. Alright, quickly get in the ready position. Do not step into the room yet. Stand just outside. Let's make sure we get all buffs. Actually, wait. Start on. Hug the left because of the patrol we didn't kill. We gotta hug front left because of the patrol that's gonna.
If we're on this block right here, it won't pull.
Just hug front left super tight where pro's jumping up and down. Everybody's got to get in here nice and clean. Otherwise, you will ass pull. Let's call names. Reggie, please scoot up here. Relo, Vlad, Teen. I mean, yeah, I guess you're just looking for the mob, but yeah. Shadow, I'd prefer you drink closer. Same with dishes. Alright.
Fire resistor.
Can I get a summon or?
Summons, full buffs up here in the corner. Pre-pot, fire and shadow.
You're ready to summon Kaz.
Which one are we pre-potting the shadow for?
Mark.
One of the front ones, right?
Back left.
I think he does it.
The void zone.
Yeah.
Void zone instantly
Not
hits
just
you for
void
3.8.
One of their stacks also does shadow damage. I was looking at my combat log. I forgot.
I think all their stacks do shadow damage. So.
Any tanks that don't have
chimeric
chops, they're just chimeric chops.
Oh, but the marks can't be reduced by potions, I don't think.
No, or bubble.
You can't reduce them in any way.
A potion
So
absorbs
yeah, then
the
it's mostly
mark.
fire. So you mostly just focus on fire potions at the start of this.
Let's do it.
Oh, where am I tanking?
So you can absorb the damage from the mark, but you can't resist.
You actually have DPS.
Just DPS glue.
Let's make sure everyone's got their full buffs up. I'm gonna go ahead and eat.
Could you put glute in group 4 by chance so that we have a disarm in that group?
Okay, I'm not familiar with DPS. I'm just following my group, right?
Yeah, follow your group.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just
Stack on
rotate
the
between
tank
the first
meteor.
two.
Okay.
All DPS rotate between the front left and the front right guy. The meteor guy.
Fire protection pots are good, right?
Yeah.
They'll save your life.
Alright, full buffs. Everyone's make sure you have everything you need. Pre-pot, fire resist for pretty much everybody. Make sure you've blown full consumes. Everyone knows how to execute on this. Just mitigate the number of stacks you get. Make sure you have your targets. Just about everyone's almost in the ready position. Let's get the left side group stacked up. Let's have everyone now in the center, or the front right and the front left. Everyone gets their target. We don't have all the tanks marked.
Well, narrow, since you're healing front left, you can actually take like 10 steps back since the tank is going to be pulling in that direction. You don't want to get line of sighted when you're trying to pop out for big heal. And again, you're rotating on the first mark and then every 3 from there.
We good?
Yeah, we are now.
That's call, boys. Do you have any questions to ask?
I might have, one tank might not have a mark. Call out if you're missing it.
Quellen needs one.
Quellen, I don't know what marks are open. X is open.
Circle. Nope, never mind. Sorry.
Skull X, square moon are used. Triangles, circles used. Diamonds, you can put up a
Skull.
Stars used. We have all 8. One of the tanks won't have it. The backup tank won't have a mark. Alright,
we know who you are.
All the marks are being used. It's just
Alright, targets are ready. Everyone knows their assignments. This is your 10-second warning on the pull. Double check, make sure you have everything you need. Remember to use reel here on the pull if you're one of those 4 tanks. Okay, pulling in 3, 2. I'm sorry, wait. Start. I'll start 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulling now. Here we go. I fucked up that pull, sorry. And some people popped their reel, so I went with it. Be sure to stack on the first shit coming in. You have 7 seconds to get your guy in the corner. Here comes the first mark.
Remember to stack title meteor.
Stack on the tank guy.
Someone call marks, please.
Here comes the tank swap on the 3rd mark. Here comes mark 3. Swap now.
Go now, we just hit the meteor.
Qualion's got it.
Mark 4.
I like my meat extra crispy.
Alright, 5.
Here comes 5. Alright, this next one is tank swap.
Extra crispy.
Get ready for the swap.
Save for meteor.
Mark 6.
Thanks for swapping.
Swap it out.
Heal time. He's swapping now, heal him.
Alright, Mograine, get a push to 50%.
Alright, pro's Tommy.
Up that first
Mark
shield wall.
7.
Stack with pro on meteor.
Your life is mine.
DPOs on flesh sticks.
There's mark 8. So this next mark is a swap.
Mograine is hitting shield wall now. Don't do damage.
Keep flesh up.
Heal flesh.
Here comes the mark. Tank swap now.
Flesh is at 20%, guys. Heal him.
Blow your cooldowns here early if you have to.
I've used everything. I'm just not getting any heals.
Mark 10.
Qualion's got it.
Plus is dead.
Meteor in 4. Our backup tank can fill in for flash.
What's a wild? Tiles goes down too.
It's report.
What you eating?
Alright, wipe it up, guys. Run to the door.
Got 2 healers died of void zones in the back. So the rotations were kind of crap.
It went to shit before those void zones death. Void zone deaths. There's a healer that died super early.
So I don't think we're max ranging on Zealot. According to someone watching the stream. Yeah, healers have to be max ranging at all times.
Is it Alex?
Especially Zalek. That's the one doing the chain lightning on the back right. But it might be others. Like same thing with Thrain. If you're too close, the healer will get them a meteor instead of the melee group. At least I think they will. On Thane. And then Lady, you can stand outside of being threatened by all the void zones. I think. Or you just have to move more, but bottom line is max range everything.
One more pull.
Yeah, we have pads in the back, so just be careful.
I think we're gonna try and get one more in if we can get a quick res. Most of the raid can be res right now. If you're unresable, just run back for a quick summon. This will probably take about 4 minutes to reset, and then we'll get one last attempt in. A lot of us have 12 minutes left on our flask, so that's enough time to get one last good attempt.
Let's get the tanks rezzed and then they can log out.
Who said it?
Heal outside, heal outside, heal outside. Okay, not in combat anymore.
Hey guys, the greater shadow protection potions will save your life in the world zones. Popping one before the fight will could be the difference maker.
Defend yourself.
No
Guys,
fucking way.
I need you guys to do better than that. And run out. Make sure you get aggro outside the room. Keep healing each other back there.
Flexley, good tanking, man.
There's the reset. Back up. Okay, if we have one or two more of those guys, I might just call it for like the night. Let's try to focus up. We can't have any more false pulls. We're already going over raid time. People are getting tired. You got to make sure you don't lose your edge. This is a very killable boss for us now if everyone focuses and executes.
Is there something that we can do if a healer dies to cover it up? Because I died and I didn't know if I could call something out to fix it or not.
I mean, once one boss dies or two boss dies, we're going to have extra healers available to step into the rotations.
Yeah, no, we don't replace a healer. We have a set rotation. You have to stick with it.
No, I know, but
no, nothing. You can just.
Once we get to basically the second phase, which is when we kill the front two bosses, it matters a lot less.
Yeah.
Because we end up stacking a lot more on each corner, and there's actually less damage going on too, as long as people are smart enough to get away from the point zones.
Make sure you're max distance here, guys.
Everyone is res. Move a little bit closer to the doorway. There's a path.
If you ran back, let's get a summon. We need a summon on deaths.
Vlad, that's a bad spot.
Do me a solid here right at the end of the raid night. I know it's been a long one.
Rip flask.
I still have 8 minutes. A couple other tanks have the same. Alright, this is it, boys and girls. Final buffs. So, move into start positions in about 30 seconds. Make sure you have everything you need.
Should YouTube the Highlander speech right now?
People know what to do. Let's get it done.
Pre-pop fire if you still have it. Shadow second.
Shaking ref arc, get a arcane elect.
Be very careful getting in that position here, guys. Please be fucking surgical. Step up.
Don't forget the frozen rune on this wall before we leave.
Yeah. Or I'll come back and get it later. We have a bunch of papers in the bank.
Can I grab it right now, that aggro?
Right. Very carefully, please. Sides, get in position. Make sure everyone has their boss targeted.
You should change freedom to epics. Bubble your hunters.
Hey guys, memes are fun. Killing a boss is even more fun. Let's focus up. Let's do this.
Here we go.
And then let's meme all we want after.
Everyone has their boss targeted. We're ready for the pull. Your buffs are good. Consumes are good. Mana's good. This is your 10-second warning. I'll count down from 5. Everyone ready? Pre-pot, we're good. Pulling in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulling now.
Defend yourself.
DPS, give us a second while we run into the corners. Each mark.
Watch the void zone.
Threat. Here comes the first mark.
First mark at 3.
Mark 1.
All right, I'll let you call game.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Meteor in 5.
Here's your meteor.
Mark 2.
Don't over.
Mark 3.
Tank swap now.
10 seconds on meteor.
Swaps. The tank swap need. Yeah. Don't leave. Make sure you use your trinket.
Oh, boss.
I'm coming in.
Where do we need a replacement?
Mark 4.
Yep.
I got him.
Mark 5.
Keep Mad up, group 1.
Here comes the
Heal Mad.
Alright, this next one's a tank swap.
Mark 6 in 5 seconds.
You ready for the tank swap? Meteors in 5. That
Mark
one's
6.
Tank swap. Melee stay.
Wait
in
for
after
meteor.
this meteor. After this meteor goes off, you can move. Alright, pros taunting.
Mark 7.
Who's next?
That was my
Team's
bad.
down. It's a wipe.
Just stay with it. We need to practice the mechanics. We're not doing this again. Just try to keep that side up as long as we can. Get ready for the next swap.
Yeah.
Not this one, but the next.
Freaking heck.
Stack up better for meteor.
It was fun.
So we have to have a better stack than this for meteor. You guys got to be right behind them. Alright, this next marks a swap. Here it goes. Use your cooldowns just to extend this. More practice. There's a swap. Go ahead. Use your trinket before you swap. It's fine. Alright guys, well I think everyone gets the mechanics here. We had a really great attempt there with 2 down. Keep more DPS alive. This fight's like very doable for us. Not a DPS race, it's just about sustaining ourselves through these first couple of early bosses. I'm very excited with what we'll be able to do next week. It's critical, once again, Wednesday we come in with a focused mind, limit the number of deaths, wipes, get all this content out of the way that we have on farm now, and get right back here by Thursday night. That'll be a big win for us. And definitely sets us up to kill 4 horsemen and get on SAF. We'll also be discussing frost resist gear in Discord throughout the week, and make sure people are getting their proper runes to get their shit ready to go. So I'm very excited for the end of Nax for us. This all looks like it's within reach. This first huge coordination check, we've proven we can do it. We just have to clean up some stuff, make sure we have 40 strongly buffed and ready to go people. Tanks are not going to be a problem. We just got to mitigate the taunt resists. So any tank that does not have real, we need to be continuing farming ZG on cooldown. That'll mean a lot to the guild. We definitely pay attention to who has it and who doesn't. And then we're prioritizing a couple Furies for that 4 of 8 point. We're about to have Glute and Mad at 4 of 8 to help reduce taunts for them, or taunt resists. So until we kill 4 horsemen, we're going to continue to give tier 3 to tanks to make sure we build up as many 4 of 8 sets as possible. Just helps, reduce the RNG here. Because if you get 1 or 2 taunt resists in a row, even if it's not back to back, if like the same tank experiences a couple taunt resists each time he does a swap, that's going to break down.
So that was a really fun fight. Like honestly, I love 4 horsemen.
Hey, I'm right around the corner if someone doesn't.
But I'm not wielding Corrupted Ashbringer, so screw you guys.
It's fun, dude. We're right on the fucking edge. We're almost done with this progression thing, and this is like one of the first big. I mean, many say this is the most challenging fight, but the next three are going to be very hard for us. It's going to be fun. Sap is more of a gear check kind of resistance set. Probably again consumable check.
Yep. Saf's about getting out of Blizzard, healing people who get ice block, standing behind them. It does like a frost breath that you have to stand behind the ice blocks.
Overall fun